at my job, but I feel like the Wi-Fi there is just not YouTube compatible, which is tragic, truly tragic. But I did want to come and just talk really quickly about my day. It's slightly a mess, but it's my mess. Um, with that being said, I do want to say that how do I even start this? So I was about to be late. For work, honestly, I was very worried about being late. I didn't want to be late, but I figured it might happen. Um, it wasn't though. I was on time. I was probably like maybe 3 minutes early, which is cute. But definitely want to be better tomorrow because tomorrow I have to get there a little bit earlier. So that's about to be hilarious. Meaning I have to go to bed early as fuck tonight. But yeah, I got there on time and I looked really cute. You can't tell that I looked cute right now, but I looked really cute today. I feel like my hair, even though I'm wearing my bonnet and even though I've got my protective style for tomorrow already done, I feel like you can really tell that like my hair is like mad colors right now. But lowest of keys, this lady said I look cute. It was 10 to 4. It was supposed to be till 5, but they were like, no, it was supposed to be till 6 to be honest. But they were like, girly, they were like, you did as much as you could. I was like, oh, cool. And I was really happy to be honest with you, because like basically the first day of work was just me in the office like doing some office stuff, and I pretty much understood what they were telling me what to do, but I did have a couple hang-ups. But I feel like once I get into it, what up Anthony, what up Amaya, what up Minnie. But yeah, no, this is my first day of work. They let me go 2 hours early, which I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly sad because bitch I want to get that money, but I was slightly happy because honestly bitch I was really missing Dane and I wanted to come back and kick it with them. I also wanted to smoke weed because like I kept it real conservative today. I was like, I don't know how high I could really handle being. So I smoked a little bit before I finished getting ready, and then I hit the shits like right before I got in the car because I'm like I don't want to smell like weed. Like I was afraid of smelling like smoking shit. Like I feel like for the most part I never really do. I feel like people are very surprised that I smoke as much as I do. They're like, damn girl. But anyways, so yeah, I wasn't wanting to be there that long because I wanted to. I just feel like not having to work on a schedule, like having a discipline, like that's not been working for me. Like I'm really realizing that, like especially on a day like today, coming back and just feeling like, damn bitch, like if I was really that girl, I would have had a crock pot going or something, because it's the way that like bitch, I just did not plan. I just not plan, baby. I was not planning for this. Like I was kind of winging it, and I'm really grateful for Dane. Like when I woke up this morning, like they were already like in the kitchen cooking. Like they were already like getting things together. Like they actually packed me a lunch. Like that was hella fucking cute of them. Like I've never had a partner pack me a lunch in my life, so that was really a cute little moment. But thank you. But they were basically just giving me time checks and just like being so on point with me and like packing me water, and they made me tea, like they made me a bagel for breakfast. Like they actually like did so much, and I feel bad because I just dragged the shit out of them. Like I feel like I'm trying to be super candid with you about like everything now, because I just feel like in the past like I've like left shit out, and like I just feel like I just want to give context. But I definitely just got into an argument with them, and it was not a good argument. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna keep talking about my good day though. I'm gonna keep talking about my good day. So I was killing it at work. They were loving me. I'm not gonna lie. My birthday twin, she showed up at 1 o'clock. We had a shift together today. To be real, I don't know how we was all about to fit in that office. Like in retrospect, I feel like it would have been a nightmare because my birthday twin already kind of aggy low key. No, Dane is sweet as fuck, but I feel like many things can be true at the same time. I feel like we can be incompatible and both have good times together. Like I feel like that's the thing that sucks. Is like I feel like we're just not compatible. Like, and I feel like if I'm being super candid, I feel like it's generational trauma, bitch, and family trauma. And I feel like that's the unfortunate truth about it, is like it's like two people can really want to be together and really be vibing, but the communication style, the attachment style, like I really feel like that's at the end of the day, that's the nail in the coffin for both of us. Is because I am hyper anxiously aware. I can literally feel a shift in everything atoms, electrons, fucking bacteria. I can feel when shit about to go wrong or off. And I feel like I literally constantly am communicating to the point where them as an avoidant, they can't handle it. Like they're being avoidant just to be in a relationship with their mama. If they're avoiding conflict with their own mama, how the fuck they gonna have conflict with a new bitch? Like it's not realistic. And I feel like every time we have conflict, it makes me feel like a demon. Like it makes me feel like a demonic hell spider. And I'm grateful that I can feel safe enough to talk about this because I feel like when you're in a relationship with someone who's avoidant and you bring up things, it don't matter how you bring them up. They're not ready to talk. And it's like it's real if you're not ready to talk, but then let's make a day to have conversation. For some reason, this person heard, let's make a day to yell at you. Let's make a day to like fight. Not let's make a day so we can both have conversation. And like, I just feel like even though I did the labor of realizing there was a communication issue, realizing that we could do something different, realizing that all we needed to do was maybe pick a day so there would be less stress, that caused more stress. Which again, I really tried to have empathy for that situation, but it's like, okay, well, if it's gonna bring you stress to pick a day, then how about you one day just decide that that is a good day to talk? You think that day ever came, bitch? Again, I have tried in the beginning of this connection. And again, I'm saying in the beginning, we've only known each other for 2 fucking months, bitch. So I have tried for probably the last like 4 weeks to just be like, are you gonna communicate? Are we gonna communicate? And it's been frustrating because again, there's been so many great moments, so many great vibes. Again, I know some people will be like, that's quick. Yeah, it was. And it's hurtful because again, I really do care about this person. But I love myself more than him. And I feel like I've been in situations where I love myself less than the other person. And I kept trying to make it work. And I just kept on loving myself less. That's why it's not working. So I feel like in this connection, I'm okay to say that like, yeah, like they can be nurturing, they can be sweet. They're a fucking Libra. But the communication style really leaves me feeling like I said too much when really I've just begun. And like it's like I feel like I can't tell y'all how embarrassed I feel, but at the same time I feel good as hell. Like honestly. Not leave him alone. Don't call him names, child. Leave him alone. We're not that's no, we trying to mature, bitch. We trying to mature. We trying to mature. Okay? Like even though we jumped into this quick, we're not trying to disparage him and say that he a bad person. It's not that. It's just like, bitch, I'm about to be homeless in like 5 days, and the bitch upstairs caring more about that than him. And again, it was a wake up call because I'm over here talking to this older lady, and we're over here trying to scheme, and she's like, I don't really fuck with Dane, and I was like, that's real. And she's like, you know, if he living over there with you, he fucking with you like that, he should be helping you figure it out. And I'm like, he is, but low key, he's not. He's helping me maintain this situation. He's not helping me move towards the future. And we had a whole conversation. I know people are gonna drag me. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'd rather just be honest about everything. I feel like I've been telling him like my solutions, like ideas that I have. And some of them are really risky and bizarre. And I just truly feel like if somebody really loves you, they're gonna hear a crazy idea and be like, that's a crazy idea. They're not gonna indulge it. They're gonna be like, that's wild. Not the Celestine, listen, I appreciate you for breaking your silence because people really act like we're stupid, but it's like, bitch, how can we know? How can we know? And then again, in your situation, it's like, sweetie, the rent was due for both of y'all. Exact, bitch, and on that, and on that, and on that. And I literally said that today, and I was like, you know, I could have fucked somebody and had a house. Like, I could have fucked somebody this whole time. I could have been fucking on people and got housing. Like, I chose you because I thought we was gonna work together and like make it work. He's like, oh, on Friday I was gonna get a hotel room. I'm like, sweetie, where? And also, if you knew you were planning on doing something on Friday, why am I hearing about it on Tuesday? Like, I just feel like, girl, I feel like if I wouldn't have said shit, he wouldn't have said shit, and I don't know what the fuck would have happened on Friday, and I don't want to live like that. I'm good. I feel like in this situation, I really thought he saw what the fuck it was and thought that we were about to. I thought we were gonna trap and get up out of here. And I feel like he honestly really comfortable. Like I hate to say that, but I don't think he really see this as a problem. And it's sad because it's like I'm not sure how. Like I'm not sure how you can be here with me and not see that we need to leave. Like I just again, I just feel like the mother wound is popping, the motherfucking father wound is popping, and I really think like me showing him care and concern and support really did fuck his head up. And I hate to say that. I really hate to say that because this is not the first time this has happened to me. But again, I know people see, and that's the thing. Were you depending on a man, or was a man showing up like he was dependable? Like, let's not, you know what I mean? Were you silent or were you silenced? You feel me? Like, let's bring it up, because I feel like if we're being real, like the first month we fucked with each other, I told him I was like, I fuck with you, but I'm kind of broke as fuck, and like I don't like I wasn't even trying to drag his finances. I was just talking about myself. I was like, I don't know if I should even be dealing with somebody right now because I need to get the fuck up out of here. I was like, I need to move. He over here like, oh, we can figure it out. Like he over here hyping it like he got me. So, girl, and again, he driving me everywhere. He buying me food and shit. He got the mama EBT. Like he's showing up like, baby, we gonna make it. If there was a plan for Friday, and again, a hotel on Friday doesn't mean shit to me. That's not forever. That's not permanent. Like, what is a hotel on Friday? Like, it's almost as if he thinks like we about to get these paychecks and just pay for hotels every week. Like, that's not realistic. And again, if you're like, sweetie, you may not be white, but you're close as fuck. Like, if you don't, if you don't use this Queen's English to get this motherfucker housing, like, girl. And I feel like honestly, for me, dead ass, I had such a beautiful day at work that I was really looking forward to hanging out with him tonight. And as soon as I got in the car, I realized like this man could not even buy me food. Like he could not even cook. Like bitch, if we come back here, like is he gonna? You know what I mean? It's like damn, I done worked all day, and like yeah, he worked all night, and he been sleeping. But it's like damn, if I was at the house and I had worked all night and I knew I was gonna see him that night, like I just feel like I wouldn't have moved like him, and I just feel like that's me. That's me. I just feel like I want a partner that, like, bitch, I'm at work all day, so the crock pot gonna be set up right. So when I get home, we gonna eat together, and then you gonna go to your job. Like, I just don't understand why he's not thinking like that, but I don't have to anymore. Cause I've been telling him for weeks. I was like, we don't have to be in no romantic shit. We could just be friends and hook up and cuddle and shit, but we don't have to be nothing official. And his ass was trying to act like he heard about that, but it's like, girl, how hurt could you be when it's like again, I know motherfuckers in this live have seen me be fucking homeless and be down bad and looking crazy as fuck with a motherfucker, with a whole nother person with me. And I would be so fucking for real. Every time I've been houseless, my partner did something. As much as me, I'm not going to try to compare too much because those are things were in the past and it's just not necessary to bring it up no more, in my opinion. But I do know the last time I left a man was because we were houseless. And when I realized I could get housed by myself, that's when life changed for the better for me. And it's just like this whole time I've been telling him I could find a place by myself easily. Like somebody will take me in, like every time. I even told him tonight, I was like, bruh, if you would like, and see, and I feel like I'm telling this story and motherfucker's not really hearing me. The whole time we've been rocking, he been telling me he about to buy a house. I want to put that out there right now because I feel like if that is in the, I feel like if that is in the chat, if that is in the chat, I feel like it changes everything. The whole time we've been rocking, every time we see a house, he's like, oh, I've been looking at this one, I've been looking at that one. He be talking to other people about looking at houses, other people about different properties and stuff. So I'm not even trying to play with y'all. I'm not even trying to play with y'all. Like, I know for a fucking fact that I didn't make that shit up. Like, he was making it seem like he about to buy a house. So the whole time we rocking, I'm thinking, like, no matter what, I can't fail. Like, no matter what, if I find a place for me, he find a place for himself, I'm good. In retrospect, I shouldn't have thought like that. Like, I really should have thought like that. I really thought that, like, I thought shit was gonna work out differently. I definitely did. But again, I had been telling him from the beginning. I'm like, bro, like you don't have to do too much. I told him, I was like, you don't have to love me, you don't have to be with me romantically. We could just be homies. Like I kept telling him that shit. But he kept making it seem like, oh. In retrospect, I'm just like, damn bitch, you just didn't want to see me with another man. Like you just didn't want to see me get my ass ate by somebody else. Cause it don't make sense. It's like, why wouldn't you want us to increase the odds of me fucking surviving through this situation? Me rocking with you, you know what your money is? You know what your money can do? You know. So that's what fucked me up. But I didn't ask him about his money this whole time, really. Like, I was trying to be cute about it because he was taking care of shit when shit needed to be taken care of. But I don't really like, and I feel like that's another thing too. I wasn't really asking him for shit because the whole time he talking about he about to buy a house. I'm not trying to drain his pockets. I'm hoping that you know what I mean? Like, this is not me saying I was giving him money, but bitch, I would buy him dinner every now and then. Absolutely. And I would be cooking for myself and he would benefit as well. But it's just like at this moment, I'm just like, LMAO. I was like, so you was about to just kick it here? He was like, oh, on Friday I was going to buy a hotel room. I was like, okay, but then what else? And he ain't got no idea. And it's like, bitch, I feel so silly because it's like this whole time I've been thinking like, oh, he's trying to liberate from his mom. But at this point, you know what I'm thinking? I'm really thinking the reality is he knows that he don't want to live with his mom no more. And I think I was just a little vacation. I was just a little vacation. I didn't have to, you know, he didn't have to do too much for me. Cause again, I wasn't asking him for too much. Bitch, I'm fucking squatting. Like, what did I really need? But at the same time, he's talking about buying a house. So I'm like, we good. No, we weren't good. And again, like I'm thinking like, oh, he's not gonna let me be out here down bad. Like he over here doing hella thoughtful stuff. Again, I woke up this morning to him cooking breakfast for me and making me a fucking lunch. What about that says we're about to be homeless in fucking 4 days and you don't give a fuck like that? What about that says that? I'm sorry, but no, again, I feel like in all together, it's a tapestry of bullshit. And I literally told him, I was like, you could chill here as long as you want. I was like, I understand now. It's more about what I had here. It's not about me. Because if you was worried about what's going to happen to me next, you would talk to me about what's going to happen to me next. You clearly enjoy just being up in here. So again, I feel like he doesn't want to have to disappoint his mom because I literally bugged the fuck out on him. I was like, wait, I was like, you don't got no savings account? Because you've been talking about you buying a house. I knew you had a savings account. He's like, oh, he's like, I've been buying a lot of stuff. He's like, I have a lot of bills. I was like, wait, I was like, you paid all the bills at your mom's house even though you've been living at my house for the past 2 months? I'm like, so you paid the bills there and rent there. You didn't give me no money? I'm like, that's kind of crazy. I'm like, you haven't been at your mom's house in 8 weeks. You didn't think it would make sense to throw me some money? He was like, and I'm like, see, and that's that shit. That's that, you know what I mean? It's like when you're caught up with your mama, when you're listen, I was trying to hide this drink. Bitch, he bought me this drink. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like orange iced tea. Did I go to McDonald's? Did I spend my money? No. Free Palestine, bitch. It's good though. It's good though. Please don't drag me, please. Oh my God, I have nothing. No, it's insane. It's insane. And I really feel like, and again, you've been at my house every day for the past 2 months, since July 5th. Why did I not get no money? And again, has he never sent me no money? No, I'm not saying that. I've gotten money from him. But like on some, okay, since I've been here this whole month, here's some money that I would have gave my mom. And I literally saw him give his mom money in my face. And I was like, what? Why does she deserve that? But in retrospect, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, bitch. I feel like I'm not playing the mama competition game. I'm not doing nothing like that. But I feel like, again, realizing that he would rather give his mama some money to keep their relationship cool, while he's over here telling me we about to live together and I don't see no, and I'm sitting here like this. I'm like, oh, so I'm supposed to be Will Smith Pursuit of Happiness. Oh, okay, so I'm supposed to go to my job, and then when the shift ends, just kick it there. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm mad because it's like, why make me think that you about to buy a house? Why say that? That is so crazy. Like, that's crazy to say. Like, I know somebody's gonna be like, well, bitch, it wasn't gonna be your house, but bitch, I was gonna be invited there. Was I not? Like, you're invited here. You here and shit. Like, come on. Like, I'm over here. Like, we over here talking like we gonna make a plan. And in retrospect, it's like, no, like the plan was just crashing at my house, crashing out here, and just doing a little bit of stuff. Like, I really feel like we was playing house. I feel like that's all it was for him. A house. A house to play. That's it. And bitch, the thing that got me real sick is I'm over here, like last night, I'm over here talking to the lady upstairs about trying to find a place to live. And the lady upstairs, like, I don't really fuck with Dane. And she's like, I don't really want him in my house like that. I don't really want you to. And I was like, that's real. Like, I was not even fighting with her about it. And I told her straight up, I was like, look, I was like, I'm trying to find a spot. So if you got me, you got me. If you don't got me, just let me know. And she was like, she's like, I don't know. She's like, I want to say yes. I want to fuck with you. She goes, but I don't want to fuck up my situation. I was like, I hear you. And to be honest, every time me and her talk, she always tell me about some male identified bullshit. Like, she always got a man around her being weird. And so I'm gonna be real. Last night, our convo, me and the girlie upstairs, and it's not the Aqua lady, it's the other lady. I think she a Gemini. Actually, I don't even fucking really know, bitch. I don't even know her planet. She be talking so much. I don't even know her planets, bitch. That's how much she talk. I can't even ask. Don't even get to that point. So, anyways, she literally was like being flimsy on me last night. So I was like, honestly, sis, I was like, I'm not about to count on you, but I appreciate all that you've done. Like, I appreciate you, but I'm not about to count on it. She was like, word, I feel you, I feel you. She's like, I don't know what's gonna be, do 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 do. And then today she wants to text me while I'm at work talking about she talked to the office and do 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 do. And I was like, girlie, I did not tell you to talk to the office. I didn't tell you none of that. And she over here low key, like, I'm not saying she gave me good advice, but in retrospect, I'm mad at the girl, but she actually going down to the office to talk on my behalf. I told this motherfucker to contact ugly ass Nat Rat, the last dude, the dude that abandoned me, to be like, yo, ask Nat one more time. Like, do he want this to go to small claims? Because I'm over here reading about my rights and I'm like, I actually could take him to small claims for everything that's happening to me. So I literally told Nat, I told Dane, I was like, yo, hit up Nat and let him know. This motherfucker didn't text him nothing. I gave you a very low stakes thing to do, to text a man on my behalf and just make sure that this man was like, if it was really fuck me or not. This old white lady over here going to the motherfucking office down to the, like, almost putting her shit in jeopardy. She's trying to figure out, can she put me on her lease? Like, she over here trying to figure out shit and I'm getting mad at her. I dead ass got mad at her because I was just like, girl, don't be talking to nobody about me. Don't be talking about me. I got mad at her. I had to call her and whole ass apologize. Had to whole ass fucking tell the bitch, I am so sorry. Because it's like, you at least trying. Like, I'm so, like, manipulated by this motherfucker sitting in my face. And granted, I'm not trying to take away from the ways that he has supported me. Like, he has supported me. But it's like, bro, I have tried so many times to be like, let's not do nothing too serious. And he just, like, I just feel like he selfishly wanted me to, like, fall deeper into something with him, even though he knew he couldn't do shit. Michaela, I just feel crazy as hell right now because I really care about him deeply, but I'm so fucking mad at him right now. And I told him, I was like, I don't care what you do now. I was like, you could chill here as long as you want because it don't matter no more. I was like, and I hope it hurts more. I hope it hurts you like shit to be up in here and have access up in here because now I don't care. Like, now, like, have fun. Like, if you just wanted to squat somewhere, you could, like, you got it. Like, enjoy. Like, what the fuck? And then he gonna leave, bitch. Well, why he gonna leave and leave like his, like, bitch, why he gonna leave and leave his watch, leave random shit that makes it seem like he might have driven off a cliff? Sweetie, I swear to God, an hour after, I'm texting him like, can you not do nothing crazy? Cause bitch, I'm scared. I literally see his ugly ass on Facebook talking about some, I'm so tired of being disillusioned with hope. Girl, I asked you to come back when you was at the door. I asked you to come back to communicate. Exactly. But you want to be on Facebook and talk about some you're disillusioned with the idea of hope? Girl, you wanted to have something crazy go on. You want an audience, you want some clout or something, you want some fame or something off this, girl, please. Like, I'm so disgusted. And it's like, girl, and I literally, I posted on it. I said, can you come back and eat my ass? Listen, I don't know what he telling nobody else, but I just want them to know I'm laughing. I want my ass ate. It's not that deep to me. It was probably messy, but I don't give a fuck, bitch. I just feel like at this point, um, I'm cool. I'm really cool. I just feel like, again, a old white lady doing more for me than him. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. This bitch gonna ask me, did I eat yet? Do I need anything from the grocery store? Girly. He talking about some, oh, I'm getting paid on Friday, girl. I got you. So I'm supposed to die today? Girl. No, it is an excuse to come back. It is. But my thing is this. I'm sitting here like, you on Facebook and you could just tell me, bitch, I'm sorry. Bitch, I am trash. Bitch, I never learned how to fucking be an adult. Like, these are things I know, but he could at least apologize for them. But again, I just feel like after I met his sister, I just realized, like, yeah, she the one that got away. And Dane is the motherfucking collateral damage. And I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him. But he ain't about to mean me no good. And that shit is so sad, bitch. It's so sad. Like, I could tell by how he looks at me. He ain't never seen nobody like me before. He ain't never. But he can't love me, bitch. It's sad. It's a sad truth. It's a sad truth. And I really feel like I'm just a symbol, actually. Like, I don't even feel like I'm a full person now. Because now I'm just like, damn, dude. I think I was just a motherfucking. I really just feel like the high priestess card, bitch. Like, I feel like I was just looking out for hoes. You feel me? And I feel the same way about the man I just put in prison. Like, I feel like until he got crazy, until he got wild. You know what I mean? Bitch, I know. I ran out of papers, bitch. I don't want to go get papers right now, bitch. I'm smoking that last. Yes, you could smoke the last one, but this how down bad I am, bitch. For the bitches that smoke, for the bitches that roll. This how down bad I am, bitch. Like this how like mentally like shaky I am, because I'm just like, wow, like wow. And again, the whole time we're vibing with each other, I keep putting him out. Like every other week, I'm like, leave, because like you can't communicate, so I don't want to be with you. And then I bring him back because I feel bad, because I'm like, damn, like, is it his fault he can't communicate? At this point, yes. But I'm over here like trying to blame it on his mama. Like, bitch, like, you know how crazy it would be if I was still trying to blame shit on my mama. Bitch, we have Virgo energy. We in that's not correct. Full moon in Virgo. Nope, not correct. Incomplete. Can't work. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. Like remember the motto for Virgo is I analyze. Everybody's thinking right now, and if you're not thinking, what we doing? I'm tight as fuck because, like, bitch, I literally, like, I'm gonna be so for real. I love this man. Like, I love his ass. I love him so bad. And I know y'all probably like, you don't love him as a trauma bond. No, it's not. It's not. I really do love his ass. I do. But I love me more than him, and I'm glad. But, like, again, I did the thing where I got real connected real quick. And then now I'm realizing we not compatible. I still love you, but I can't be with you. And I hate that shit. And I hate that shit. No, Virgo is definitely sweeping. No, Leo, no. You know what, Jordan? You're right. No, because I met him in July, bitch. So low-key, I technically met him in fucking cancer season after almost dying, bitch. And as I told y'all in the beginning, he was just a dude to, like, be at my house because, like, the dude that tried to kill me, his people stay looking at me like they about to kill me. And the gag, bitch, the like days after the man tried to kill me, his people gonna walk up on me to his cousin's baby moms rolled up on me and was like, yeah, I basically told him to like pray on you. Like she snitched on herself. I'm looking at her smoking this L like, and if I beat your ass right now, I'll be wrong. Like I'll be wrong. But you sitting there telling me, oh yeah, I told him to pray on you. Girl, are you okay? And after that combo, I seen her baby father wearing my backpack that I had gave to the dude that had tried to kill me. And I was like, get my backpack back. So yeah, I guess I got beef now for real. But like I shouldn't have beef at all. Like that backpack was not y'all's. And the fact that y'all took his backpack after he went to prison is kind of crazy, but whatever. But I'm taking it back. But she really tried to text me like, you was yelling at my baby father. He was on his way to work. I was like, yeah. I was like, I did see your baby father. My bad. I didn't know where he was going, but he was wearing my backpack and I would like it back. She's like, I'll bring it to you. I got you. Do, but don't bother us. I was like, girl, don't bother me. The fuck? Like I'm not even talking to y'all, but I did talk to the baby father. I did because again he was wearing my fucking backpack going to work, and I was like, I don't care. Like not y'all said, not your baby mom told me that like she literally helped someone try to fucking prey on me because she didn't want to live with them no more. Y'all could have helped this man out. I mean, granted they already were, but it's like, girl, why you trying to put y'all family on somebody else's bag? That's crazy. But again, the fact that I almost died and she over here telling me like the tea, I'm like, girl, that's kind of crazy of you. Like, I would have just kept that story, but whatever. It's not even that cute, bitch. It's an ugly ass like backpack, but it's nice to me. I like it, and I got this shit a while ago, and it's a perfect size for all the bullshit that I be carrying. I'm not gonna show it to you because again, it's an ugly ass backpack. You're gonna be like, bitch, not you trying to fight for this backpack. Again, it was not about the backpack. It was the principle of the situation. I seen her baby father, and he been looking at me crazy too. Ever since that motherfucker went to jail, the cousin of the man who tried to kill me been looking at me crazy like I'm about to kill him. So I'm just like, honestly, girl, just give my shit back and let's never look at each other again. And I haven't seen them since, and I'm so grateful for that. But I'm actually lying. I seen him the other day near his job. So fuck him, and I hate him because now I can't even go get a Cheddar Bay biscuit. And fuck you, bitch. Just fuck you. That's all I have to say. Yeah, that's unrelated to everything. Again, did me and Dane have a good morning? Absolutely did. But then when we got back, I'm just like, bro, like again, I've seen people struggle with people and like it work out, but I feel like you got to be in a certain type of struggle. And I feel like me personally, and I'm not trying to put myself on too much, but it's like I'm not like just chilling here. I've been applying for jobs, selling anything I fucking could, literally anything I could sell, I've been selling. And like he's been helping out, but it's like I just feel like he ain't really got no extra energy, and like that's not his fault completely. I hate that, like I feel like there's so many things stacked against the situation. Exactly. Like I'm not trying to play with nobody. Like I know like y'all be thinking like I don't know, I know somebody think I just be sitting here smoking and vibing and doing nothing, but I really do be trying to get it, bitch. I really do. And I feel like the whole time I was fucking with him, I was really like, bro, like, a man tried to kill me. And I even told him to his face the other day, I was like, listen, if you're playing with me right now, you might want to go. Because the last motherfucker that played with me is in prison. The motherfucker before then is about to have the craziest bill on this motherfucking eviction that he's ever seen. Because, like, there's been no maintenance done to this place. I ain't been cleaning it up. Dane's been trying, but sweetie, the fucking sink or the tub finally is like so full of fucking hair that is getting kind of crazy. Like I low key am glad that I'm leaving because the way that I gotta pour some boiling water down there, bitch, like it's this apartment is really falling apart. And on top of that, like it's the way that he left and like he don't realize like, sweetie, you're liable for everything and you're acting like it's chill. Again, what up, James? I just feel like personally, I feel like I have been doing what I need to do, but at the same time, I feel like after that man tried to kill me, I was like, it's not gonna be too bad to have somebody over here just, you know, staying on top of shit. And then once I see in his living situation, I was like, oh, I was like, well, I was like, that doesn't seem like the safest place to be living, honestly. And again, once I started getting to know him more, I started realizing, like, oh, you're just living with your mama because she owes you. Like, I feel like that's the thing about it is, like, I realized, like, his mama owe him, and that's why she doing for him. Not cause there's love and genuine care there. I feel like she feels ashamed at how little she did for him when he was younger, and now she's trying to make up for it, and he taking it. But in the midst of all that, he's still taking a very low amount of fucking support and care. It's still not enough. But in his mind, he's like, I'll take whatever I can get. And that scarcity mindset is why we're where we're at. Like I really think he don't see the bigger picture here. He don't see how he could win. But it's fine. I feel like I'm done. And I said some really wild shit to him today. I was like, listen, I was like, you are the reason why I will never trust men ever again. I was like, I will never trust another man because I was like, you be saying the right shit. Like he be popping out talking about, oh, I feel toxic masculinity from this person. He be saying all the right things, be making a bitch feel safe as fuck, be making a bitch feel seen as fuck. And for him to just disappear when a bitch is hurt or feeling fucked up, for him to just witness like what he's done and see a bitch in peril and just be like, gotta go. It's like, girl, the reconnection is never there for with you. And you have the nerve to post on Facebook about our situation like that's normal. It's not. Like, granted, someone might think that it's not normal for me to talk in my live about this, but I feel like I've been consistently talking about this in my live. I feel like his social media don't even know about me, but he over here subtweeting. Like at one point when I had kicked him out, he had a post that was like, it's normal for someone to be single for their whole life. And I'm like, and not one like, bitch. And not one like. But today gonna post about I'm so tired of being disillusioned by hope. Got 3 likes, got 3 cares. And I'm like, girl, are you an energy vampire? Cause it's giving that. It's giving that. And again, he wrote that shit when he was in the middle of courting me. And like I had obviously like told him this shit ain't working out. And again, I feel silly because I done already said how many times. And my horoscope's been all crazy this month because they keep saying the same fucking shit to the point where I'm like shook about it. I'm like, wow, the universe not playing with me. The universe is like, stop. Oh, Terrell, that's what I'm saying. Like in like I'm just as communicative as I am here as I am in person. I talk in essays. I talk in paragraphs. I literally let people know, my bad. I'm so sorry for that info dump. I try to hold myself accountable in real time and be like, "Ooh, and here I go." Because again, I know I have a lot to offer. And I feel like that's part of why the relationship probably was like such a, a a cyclical thing, because I'm over here like, ooh, my needs aren't getting met, and then I'm talking about my needs not getting met, and then he starts meeting some of the needs, but at some point it's just like, okay, well, the main need was housing. Like, I think that that's the thing. I think he did a lot to show me that he would show up at a house, but I think at the end of the day, I think he was really trying to communicate, bitch, I'm not the house getter. And I'm not, I'm again, I'm laughing because me neither. Like, I feel like I have not ever been the house getter. I've never been the one putting my name on a lease or no shit like that. I've been always a renter. And I feel like I'm expecting something out of him that he doesn't have, but he's not saying that. Like, I'm finding out, and I feel like that's why I'm pissed. Because I feel like I shouldn't have to find out that you don't got it this late in the game. It's been 2 months. I've needed housing this whole time. You could have at any point been like, sweetie, I'm not going to be able to be the one to get it. Listen, Michaela, from jump, we talked about being child free. We talked about being child free for sure. And I'm not trying to ever compare anybody's situation. Your situation sounds definitely traumatic as fuck. And I'm not trying to compare situations, because, again, you have a whole nother life in this situation that is completely different. And I'm sorry that that ever fucking happened. I feel like, unfortunately, all of us, I think, have been talked into fantasies. I think to the degree in which we participate, I think will vary depending on circumstance. I'm too old to have a baby. I'm 34 and one of my motherfucking feet stay hurting, bitch. Like, one of my ankles stay hurting. I cannot imagine putting on my body a whole nother body, bitch. I don't even like to be on the bottom anymore. So, sweetie, I cannot even imagine. I can't even imagine having to have a baby inside of me. And again, this is no shade to anybody who's a parent. I just know that's not my life path. And so I'm choosing partners who that's not their life path. With that being said, I still think that there's just something so fucking sick about somebody sleeping next to you and not going as hard as they possibly could to find housing. Like, I just feel like the fact that he could post about disillusionment and hope, but he couldn't post, I don't know, my Cash App, my situation. Like, sweetie. I remember when we first met, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a fucking crowd fund to get a vasectomy." And I'm like, "Okay, so you would post a crowd fund to get a vasectomy, but you see a whole fucking human like out here and that's not worth it." Okay. Again, I just think I just don't think, and I'm not gonna say he's never been homeless, but I don't know that he has personally. I never really asked about his housing inequality, but I don't think he's ever been. And I don't think that's why. I don't think that's why. I think that's why he don't really think about it. Also, he can go live with his mom at any point. He can always go back there, and I feel like when you can always go back to something, the stakes are lower for you. And so, again, unfortunately, the stakes being low for him is adding up to me. It's adding up, and I'm feeling it, and it hurts. It hurts on a level that, again, I would never try to compare with nobody else. Yeah, I think so too, and I think again, I think because he's used to being taken care of in a particular way. Like, I think he's used to being having housing. That's the thing. A lot of these men and these boys are used to having housing. Can we talk about that? Because I don't feel like my little brother ever been homeless. I don't feel like, but well, the youngest one, definitely, yeah. But lowest of keys, bitch, is because he didn't want to move to Virginia. Like, I feel like he had the opportunity. Like, I feel like that's the thing that is crazy. Like, all my male siblings, I feel like I've never seen them be struggling or be down bad, or even like male cousins. Like, I've never seen anybody be like, "Oh, I don't want to keep George." Oh, George can't come stay at my house. Like, I've never seen that. And again, I just think about the ways that, like, when you go through foster care, like, I feel like there's just like this houselessness that is just like embedded in your experience. Like, having to put your shit in a trash bag, having to put your stuff in plastic bags, like having to move from house to house. Like, there's just many layers to how I already feel perpetually like I am someone who is like shiftless. And like, in this situation with him, I feel like I felt, and this is delusion, but I felt like, okay, so you know what it's like to have your mom be digmatized. You know what it's like to have a parent that is mixed and wayward. Like, I think that we both definitely had some experiences that were similar, that were traumatic, but we also had some similar experiences as mixed people that were not traumatic, that were, you know, just quirky, silly, goofy things about being mixed people in America, and just the ways that people talk to us, or the ways that people be telling us stuff that they would not tell other people because they think that we have some hybrid fucking biracial brain. And just the ways, again, that people don't necessarily read us as an enemy in any place, like, other than overt racist. And again, just like the ways that, like, I felt like I could talk to another mixed person about our experience and them not be a weirdo and try to make it seem like, but we're still black. Like, he was like unlearning in real time that, like, you know, it's some shit that he shouldn't be saying. And I feel like as I watched, and this is unrelated slightly, but I don't know if anybody's paying attention to Cleotrapa. She's a deep dark skinned femme who creates music and content. She's just a very funny girl. She's just very, just you know, just that girl, honestly. But Cleotrapa, I did notice that she disappeared for a little bit, and I was sad to see that. But she is breaking silence about how Ice Spice was never her real friend, and how they never was cool like that, and how Ice Spice definitely treated her inappropriately, and definitely made her feel like the help and like she deserved to struggle. And unfortunately, because Ice Spice is a light skinned person, that is something that we just have to connect to colorism. We just have to connect that, like, she obviously did not think that Cleotrapa deserved the same kind of care that she deserved, even though she invited Cleotrapa to go on tour with her. And even though she invited other people on tour who got better care, it was just very much seeming like, from the story we got, that Cleotrapa was just not treated well by Ice Spice when she went on tour with her. I want to say in June or July. I can't remember which month, but it was the summer. And I'm bringing this up to note that there was just this, and like, I'm not trying to do too much, but Cleotrapa was saying that, you know, it felt like Ice Spice was being seen with her and then rolling out content like right after, and like using her to kind of like hype her brand. And in retrospect, and you know, and there's another part where Cleotrapa says that when they were talking about beefs, like, Ice Spice popped out and said, you know, um when people were saying that she wasn't black or Nigerian, Cleotrapa said she didn't know, and that bothered her. And in retrospect, I just feel like, and this is just my perspective, I could be wrong, but it feels like Ice Spice was using Cleotrapa as black representation, as, see somebody black trusts me, see somebody black likes me, see somebody black who is very opinionated and very much a brown skinned girl who is very much, you know, present and showing up and outspoken. Like, yeah, see, she liked me, like, y'all should like me too. And then when she didn't say she was Nigerian when asked, it's very much giving, oh, like, you're not like taking up for me, like, people are calling me non-black and you're not gonna get like be on my side. And that feels weird because honestly, like, having access to having access to being a mixed person, like, just being a light skinned person, like, not being black, like, being mixed. Like, again, I know that there's a conversation that people always want to pop out with where, like, there's some light skinned black people, not many. And again, when people are talking about lighter skinned black people, they're not talking about the Ice Spices. So let's not conflate. Let's be candid. Ice Spice is clearly mixed. We know this. And so again, while Ice Spice is a whole mixed person using certain words and being certainly candid, it's just very obvious that, like, Ice Spice is using Cleotrapa. At least from what I've gathered from listening to deep dark skinned people and just noticing how us light skinned people are either breaking silence and being vulnerable about ways that we were, you know, unaware to some degree, but in other ways not unaware at all. In ways that we've heard colorist language being used as a positive thing, and the ways that when we were hearing about it as a pejorative for other people, we were surprised and we didn't readily take any issue, other than to say, oh, that's fucked up. But we were never challenging, like, oh, well, why are people saying this or that to us and this or that to other people? Like, we're just not connecting those dots. And so with that being said, it's either like light skinned people being slightly cringy by, well, probably more than I believe, but being cringy about like ways that we're privileged or ways that we've been strange, and then like there's other people who are just trying to like surround themselves with all types of brown people so that they don't have to talk about their lack of melanin or how they're not really black. Like there's just this performance happening. And again, I'm not saying that I feel like that's Dane, but I do feel like, there is a part of me that feels that because his mom is socialized as white, I do feel like there's a part of him that's like, damn, like who is gonna teach me about my black ancestry? Like I just feel like the starvingness of some of us mixed people to like know about blackness or just be connected in any way is unfortunate, because again, I think that's how a lot of us get caught up doing weird shit, and try to perform blackness versus just like existing while having black ancestry and honoring our black ancestors by not being weirdos. Again, who's telling us this? I'm not trying to be shady, but I'm just saying, like, when was his white socialized mom about to be like, hey, like, you don't look black, so don't do this or that? Like, was she gonna say that to him? Probably fucking not. And it's awkward because, again, she is a mixed woman who I'm sure has endured anti-blackness in some way, shape, or form. With that being said, she, in my opinion, as a way to perhaps in her mind stay away from, I don't even know, bitch. I don't know. Because again, like, it just seems like she's just like really connected to whiteness in a particular way. So I don't want to say what she's doing for safety or what she's doing for comfort because I don't fucking know. But I'll say this. I'll say that I do think that like Dane obviously benefits from being a lighter skinned person who is mixed. But also, I think that like just again, I think that it's so fascinating that like until I was on the phone with my neighbor telling her like, I'm sorry for being upset with you. Like you've actually done more than the man that's been in my house. That's when he really left. And it made me laugh because it's like, wow, like I'm telling the truth about you to somebody who knows you, who has seen your ass. And that's when you feel comfortable leaving, and running away. And again, him leaving his shit here and disappearing like he like fucking drove off a cliff. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. For like 2 hours, I was stressed. I was calling him. I was worried. I was like, please don't hurt yourself. Like I was really genuinely worried about him. But at the same time, my energy was just kind of like, then I got mad again because I was like, bitch, nah, I just got off work and and I'm 2 hours worried about you dying like out in the world, and I could have been using that energy for anything else. I kicked him out. I kicked him out. I told him to leave. I told him that I just, again, I just feel like after working today, and I also want to go back to my day. Like when I was at work today, I was doing well. I was feeling really adept. I felt like I was getting the infrastructure really easily. Glitterflies, welcome. Don't worry, you're 47 minutes in, so I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm still sharing. But yeah, like my day went so well at work. Like as I said, like the day started off with Dane being super supportive, super helpful. I got to work, I was feeling really great. At some point my boss gave me this card and told me I could use it to get snacks, and so I did. And then she told me she was gonna buy me lunch tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. And then she also told me that like they get coffee in the morning, like her and my this other woman that works there. And she was like, oh, she's like, tell me what you want for coffee in the morning, I'll bring it to you. And I was like, wow, that is so nice. Like I was overwhelmed with kindness today. Like I got a new water bottle. At work, my boss gave me a binder full of stuff. I wonder if I still have it. I actually don't. I think I might have left it because I was about to be dramatic and be like, actually, am I lying? No, I think I left it. Thank God, because like I was about to look like a nerd. But yeah, no. Charles, I love you so much. Thank you for chilling, Charles. We appreciate you. Um, Honestly, again, I had a great day at work. Like I got lost at one point because like people were just giving me a lot of different information and they were not right, but it's fine. My boss didn't give a fuck. She didn't care. No, I do. I like it. It's really cute. And then also at the end of my shift, I got let off early. I got let off 2 hours early because I'm just doing training, and the person that was training me was like, "Bitch, I got other shit to do. Like, just come back tomorrow morning." I was like, "Bet." So I dipped out. I punch out or whatever. Oh, and I got paid. I got paid lunch, bitch. I'm not gonna lie. And when they make you punch out for lunch, that is so evil. That is so ugly. So anyways, I was really grateful for that. But when I was leaving, there was a man playing a double bass in the corridor. I actually posted it on Instagram, and he was really handsome. And as he was leaving, I was on the phone with Dane, telling him like, hey, I'm off, like come get me. And he's like, I'm coming right now. And as I'm talking to him, I see the man with the double bass like walking away, and I was like, is the music over? And he's like, it don't gotta be. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, you want to hear something? And I was like, I do. And there was a woman that was with him who was like, I think like helping him like carry a bunch of shit. And like she was like an assistant, it seemed at the time. And so he like gets all ready to start. And I'm telling Dane, I'm like, I was like, you better hurry up. I was like, you better hurry up because I'm about to get snatched up. And like the dude playing the double bass is laughing, like he's giggling, because like he's really flirting like with me like bad. And I'm gonna be real with you, bitch. Like I feel like my look today was inspirational history teacher. Like I just feel like I looked like that girl. Like I look like that girl in the school that would really just put their hand on your shoulder and be like, young man, I see greatness in you. But right now what you're up to, I can't tell. I hope you get your act together. And I walk on by, bitch. I'm not gonna yell at you, young man. I'm just gonna let you know I see greatness. I just walk on by. I just pump it. My afro, it was everything. My bonnet didn't fall off last night. I barely slept last night because whenever I go to work the first time, I don't really sleep. Like my body, like just can't sleep. I'm just really excited. Like Capricorn energy. Like I like the first day of work, the first day of a new job. It feels like school to me. I know that sounds so crazy, but I'll be like, I'd be so excited. But yeah, so I was excited as fuck. I picked out my hair. I look so pretty. Like honestly, I look beautiful. I look so beautiful today. I felt beautiful today. And again, the morning was cute. But when I got into, when I got all up into my vibe. Ooh, also, bitch, these are on the menu. These are weed M&Ms. Bitch, I brought 5 of them because I did not know how high I could afford to be today. I only took 2 on my lunch break. Because I was like, girl, the way I was looking at that clock, I was like, girl, again, I know the day gonna go fast as fuck. I know that they gonna go fast as fuck when I'm actually on it. We was in the office and it was boring, and then plus my boss kept on getting called over to do other stuff. So she would be like giving me little tasks that was easy as fuck to do. And so when I was done, she would be like, be on your phone, do what you wanna do. So I'm not gonna lie, I got paid to be on my phone a lot. I got paid to sit there a lot. I got paid to just look at the bitch office. Like honestly, like today I didn't really do shit. Like the amount of time I actually did work, it was probably cumulatively like maybe 1 or 2 hours. But I spent a lot of time bullshitting. At one point, bitch, this is some messy tea. At one point, my redacted was telling me about her redacted and how he was still in love with somebody who I used to know's sister. And I was like, what? And so it was some messiness going on there. So I'm gonna be real with you. It was tea at the office. I also found out that they hired somebody else black. Her name is China. She was cool as fuck. Listen, we're not gonna do too much. But yeah, no. I wanna say there's a dude that works in the front desk who is like an older gay man who calls himself a twunk. And I think that shit is funny as hell. Valts. Listen, I was waiting for you to come back. We're gonna do wine tomorrow. Cause I can't see me drinking tonight. Fuck no. Fuck no, bitch. Fuck no. Cause I'm not gonna be feeling good. Not a salary and benefits. I actually, yeah. I actually do have a salary. I actually do have benefits. I'm actually no longer hourly, so that's pretty exciting. Well, that's a lie. I am hourly, but like I have a set hours actually. Like I'm a 40-hour a week worker, and they told me I can get overtime if I want to. They also told me that if I work the night shift but somebody needs to cancel on the day shift, they said I could sleep at one of the rooms and basically like punch out at 11 and be there at fucking 8:30. So I don't know, bitch. I don't know, but I just feel like again, I really do care about Dane so much, but I care about myself so much more. And as much as like I really want to be with him, like I really want to be with him. I just know like I'm gonna not know no peace. Like I'm not gonna have no peace, bitch, because it's like we be having great times. But then I'd be like, bitch. And again, if I wasn't houseless, like if I was housed right now, I feel like there would be something else because again, it's not about not being housed. Really, it's really not about that. It's because again, I've been housed this whole time. We've been having conflict, and the conflict is genuinely about his lack of communication. Like he really is comfortable with not communicating with me and like allowing me to have to like ask questions and be a detective, and like it's so boring. Like it totally wipes out all the happy, lovely, bubbly feelings when I have to be like, hey, like what are you thinking about this crisis we're in? When it's like I just feel like there's just something so bizarre about someone being in the same space as you, and like they can't communicate about what's next. Like you have to prompt that. Like that feels so fucked up to me. On another level, on top of that, he's autistic as fuck and be info dumping all the time. It's like, girl, you be talking a lot, but you don't got it. That's so sad. Again, I the last time we did mushrooms, I literally cried and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I just know you're not ready. And I was like, and I want to wait for you so bad. Like I want to wait for you to figure it out so bad. But I know that's not my fucking point in life. What up, nature? My point in life isn't that. And again, I'm attracted to him. I think he's a beautiful person, but I'm definitely not. Oh, you traveling? Okay, baby. Enjoy your trip. I'll see you later when you get back from the sky. But yeah, no, I feel like there's a part of me that really wants to take mushrooms. I want to try this new strain, but I'm actually scared because nah. Michaela, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And that's the sick feeling I have is that he is one of the most evolved men I've ever met and he's still stunted as fuck. Like he is a man that I have really felt like I don't want to say safe. I just want to say safer. Like I felt like he was a man that was breaking that fourth wall about masculinity, but at the same time, not to himself. Not to himself. And I told him today, I was like, this is toxic masculinity in itself as well. I'm like, you see it in other people, but I want you to look in the mirror and ask yourself, like, look at yourself and say, why can't we talk? Who took our voice? Because because whoever you fuck with next is gonna be the same shit. They're gonna be wanting to talk to you about stuff, and you gonna not be there. Like that's sad. Bitch, it's patriarchy. It's patriarchy. It's patriarchy. Because again, we be wanting to blame the mamas, but the mamas is going through patriarchy too. And a lot of, and like that's the other thing too, is like femmes get taught how to communicate. Femmes have no choice. Somebody got to talk, right? If somebody, like we both can't be on the same avoidance shit, can we? Like we both don't aren't allowed to, and I think that that's the shit that pissed me off. Is like women are really socialized to be hyper fucking aware of everything going wrong, like hyper aware on another level. Like they did this study with kids, and they had this teacher who was a woman bring in some nasty food, and she gave it to all the kids, and all the little girls is like, you tried your best. Like these little girls are eating nasty shit and they're like still trying to make it polite. They're still trying to save that bitch from feeling bad. And it fucked me up so bad. It's like they're literally denying their reality. They're literally trying to emotionally soothe this woman who they don't even know that much. She's a stranger. And they're literally already, as 6, 7, 8-year-old girls, they already know they can't be honest. They already know they can't be honest. Meanwhile, the boys, they eating that shit saying, ew, they throwing that shit. They are literally telling her, you cannot cook. They are literally letting her know she has failed. Sweetie. Charles, that's the thing. He did check off more boxes than I, and I feel like that's the thing. Maybe I'm not asking for enough shit. Maybe I had too few boxes. That's what I'm thinking now. I'm like, I probably just didn't have enough boxes because bitch, it don't add up. It don't add up. But again, the way that these young boys knew that they could say this is nasty and there would be no problem. The way these boys knew that they could be like, fuck it. You made something nasty. You deserve to sit in that. Like, whoa. Again, the way is that a lot of us femmes are being socialized to act like everything's okay. And I was thinking about that today, that like, what if we all stopped smiling? Like, what if we all stopped pretending that we were happy? Like, what would the world do if every bitch was just like, this shit would motherfucking stop. I swear to God. Like, that's the thing that's so sick. Is like a lot of us are like, we're so disempowered, we can't see our power, and it's so fucking stressful. Because again, I say that to myself a lot. Like, sometimes I just be so fucking stressed the fuck out that I can't even see it. But I know that the tongue is powerful. And so I feel like I'm only a couple. I feel like at this point, I feel like I'm a couple real honest, vulnerable conversations away from being okay. And like that's where I'm at. Cause I told him, I was like, listen, I was like, I want you to leave. I want you to not come back. And then I was like, no, you know what? You can have this. You can have it. I was like, on the 9th, you're gonna have to figure it out like me, I guess. But you got it until then. And that's when he left. And I'm laughing because it's like, damn, like, not you want to leave when I'm telling you you got it. That shit funny to me. Again, I know that this shit look crazy to somebody. I know somebody was just telling me that I'm goofy, and I said that's fine. I was like, I'll be that because again, I don't regret it. Like I feel like that's the kind of person I am. I don't regret like falling in love with somebody or thinking that they're so amazing. I don't regret that at all. I love that my heart is still open, bitch. What the fuck? I like, bitch, after all that I went through, I could have been a killer, dog. Like, low key. Like, some people don't realize, like, that's what makes motherfuckers kill, dog. Is like fucking evil and ugliness and feeling isolated and thinking that shit don't matter. I'm glad I ain't never got to that point. No shade. No shade, bitch, but low key, if you experience a lot of fucking trauma and pain, you literally will think it's okay to put it on other people, and people don't realize that. Some people are acting that way. They're being so ugly and stanky, not because they want to be, just because that's what they got from other people. Why should they be different? Like low key, them being different than the people that harm them will probably stress them out even more. Like some people is living out their revenge fantasy, bitch, on strangers. It's sad, but it's true. And so again, I don't regret meeting Dane at all. I'm glad I met him. I'm glad I met him because, bitch, after I almost died, I really was like, I don't trust nobody. Like, I was on some motherfucking Resident Evil Joe Valentine shit. I was on some motherfucking Claire Redfield type shit, bitch. Like, I was really thinking like I was that girl. I mean, I try to treat myself good. Getting to work is it's not even we were never together. We were never together. Like I wanted him to be my husband. I'm not gonna lie, I did propose to him. I know that sounds crazy, but I did. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm glad that I did it. I know I'm gonna sound crazy. I don't give a fuck. I never wanted to marry nobody. I never said I wanted to marry anybody. I mean that's a lie. So I feel like one of my ex-girlfriends, I thought I wanted to marry her. But in retrospect, I just think that she was so fly. Like, who wouldn't want to marry her? Honestly, not to be shitty, but I just think that like I was pedestalizing her. I don't think I was seeing her all the way. And honestly, I know I said that. I think I probably did say that me and Dana are in something official, but we never said anything like that. I think it was just we've been rocking for 2 months, so and we've been saying a lot of things to each other, but I had to cut it off. Like I have to. Again, I love him. I don't want to really cut it off. I probably will backslide. I'm gonna give myself grace if I do. But real talk, like I just bitch, like I have just too much at stake to put myself in fucking harm's way. It's not even did he say yes. Like, bitch, he was enthusiastically wanting to marry me. Like, he was very much like, I can't believe that this is happening to me. Like, this motherfucker was journaling about me and shit. Like, writing letters and shit. Like, it's a lot. I'm fucking crying. Not who. You funny as hell. You are funny as hell. I mean, I only dated one other woman, honestly. And, like, she was in a poly triad with her man the whole time. So, it was kind of just like not realistic, honestly. But I feel like again, me wanting to marry Sydney, I just feel like y'all saw the material. Like y'all saw the material. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, I just feel like Exactly. No, one of the baddest bitches. So, but it was deeper than that though. Like she was like a sweetie, and like she's just a very cool person. Like she's just like amazing. Like again, I have nothing. Do I? Do I, JJ? I thought you were the one that was saying that I was looking goofy out here. And I already told you if I'm goofy, I'm goofy. Like that's fine. Yuck. Like I don't give a fuck. It's me, bitch. And honestly, I do fall in love a lot, and I'm happy. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I see things in people and they make me feel good. I'm okay with that. Mm, I'm fucking crying. I just think I'm not interested. Um, I just feel like I'm not interested in like being with anyone that's gonna make me look at myself in 6 months and be like, that's crazy as fuck. And I feel like the last 2 months was not crazy to me because I knew what it was. I'm squatting. I don't want to be alone in a squat. I feel like that made sense, but if I'm leaving the squat and this motherfucker not moving a certain way, what am I gonna do? Oh, word. You know what, JJ? It was somebody else. My bad for putting that on you. Genuinely sorry for putting that on you. Genuinely. Right. Not love scares you. Right. I saw a post today that said how lucky we are to have moments that we miss. And it's like, yo, that part. Cause it's like sometimes I'd be so sad about stuff ending. But the fact that it even existed is so beautiful. And I never take time to think about like how there are memories I have that are so gorgeous. Even if they can't stay. Even if they don't get to live forever. Even if it's just a painting. Even if it's just a painting that lives inside of me. I still get to look at it. I still get to exist in a world that knows that exists. And so I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Again, I've lost a lot. Like I've lost my whole family due to trauma. So I think like losing men, like it hurts, but it's not like your mama, bitch. It ain't like your nice granny. You know, it's like I'm sad. You know, I like that dick on my back. True, true. And he did charge my vibrator, and he did sweep a good floor, and he washed a good dish. Sometimes the cutlery will be fucked up. You know, you got to get on people about that. But, you know, I noticed the fruit flies reduction. I saw what he did. You know what I mean? He went off. He went off. But unfortunately, I think like if it was some Villa Coola, Pippi Longstockings type shit, we was just in a big ass mansion, it probably would work out. But we in an apartment and trying to make it work. Again, I'm just saying, like, again, like, girl, I knew him for 2 months. Fuck up, like, bitch, I'm crying because again, like, I'm over here thinking that I done met someone that I could talk to for real, I could be honest with, and I don't think he felt the same, and that's unfortunate. Like, I wish he would have just been real and said, I'm broke. I can't help you. I could be company. The fuck I'm gonna be mad about at that? Like, I literally told him, I was like, I could have. I'm like, I could have homosexual this whole time. I'm like, I could have found housing by now if I wasn't fucking around with you. I know that hurt his ass. But I'm like, girl, it's the truth. Like if I'm gonna be down the baddest, I could have been making more plays. Like now I got a whole job that requires me to have a car. And I'm girl, it's a lot. Ooh, the grief was a small price to pay. That part, that part, that part. Like, listen. Me and Dane had the most beautiful day yesterday. We went to the park and we listened to music and we swam in the river and people were there and people were complimenting my music taste because I was honestly keeping everybody jamming. Low key, I low key want to be a DJ, like lowest of keys, because I feel like I know how to transition some shit. But I want to say, like, we were sitting there on a picnic table playing Uno. We barely smoked weed. Like, I didn't even bring any weed, really. Like, I brought, like, the tiniest crumbs because I didn't want to be smoking out there the whole time. I wanted to really enjoy the experience. We fed some ducks tortilla chips. Like, it was cute as fuck. And we carved our names in a table. Like, bitch, it was a beautiful moment. But it's like today, you know, Capricorn got the Capricorn work hat on. And it's like, sweetie, like, I just feel like if I'm in love with you, if you're in love with me, if we're like moving out of love, like, again, I feel like I wanted more than he had to offer. And I kept telling him, I'm never gonna want less from you. I'll always want more. I kept being like, I was like, if you don't see yourself giving me more, get away from me right now. Like I kept saying shit like that, and it kept making me feel like I'm spoiling our love. But it's like, no, bitch, I want to really be loved. Like that's the issue. It's like I want to really be loved. I want someone to really hear me. I want someone to really see what the fuck is happening around me. Like, I have not felt good as fuck this whole time. Hell no. I've been fucking terrified, bitch. Like, again, I had this man in my house days after. This man tried to kill me on the 20th. I was on a date with this man on the 5th, trying to fucking not be alone. Because I'm like, girl. And then on top of it, I know motherfuckers know I'm alone in this apartment. I know people know I'm here by myself. Like the windows don't cover that good, like the shades or whatever. Like it's very clear I'm here by myself. And then the way I would be sitting outside before when me and Nat was together, motherfuckers know I'm here by myself. So it's a delicate situation. And so I just feel like, yeah, like I know people are like, girl, what the fuck? I know. But I didn't want to be in a situation with him where months down the line I'm being like, story time, it's been bad for a long time. I feel like I've been telling y'all I've been kicking him out. I feel like I've been telling y'all the truth about how it ain't been perfect. And I'm just kind of like, what the hell? And then also I was supposed to go kick it with my friend today, and I'm so sad because like we were supposed to go out, but I had to work. And then even though I got off work early, it was like, bitch, I need to go home. I need to go sleep. And so I just feel like I'm about to be letting a lot of motherfuckers down because I'm about to be fucking focusing on rest and taking care of my motherfucking bills and taking care of my motherfucking delinquencies, anything that's left over, anything that's not done, anything that's incomplete. He has to come back. His shit is still here. Listen, if he comes back, or not even if, when he comes back, and like, bitch, I'm surprised that he hasn't come back, but not really. Like, kind of, but not. But like, the stuff that is here is just kind of like, girl, I don't know. Again, I have a slight fear that he like checked himself into somewhere, bitch, low key. And I feel for him. I truly do feel for him because again, this is the same combo we keep on having where I'm like, I know you see how crazy my life is. Do you have a plan? Like we had a whole combo today where I was like, so what are we gonna do? And he didn't have it. He's not willing to talk though. I know he's not gonna talk. It's sad. I hate to say that, but here's the thing. If someone realizes that they could lose somebody in their life because they're not communicating, because they're not being, again, I've tried to distance myself from him, and then I just ended up folding because it's like, bitch, I need to do some work. I need to use your car. Again, I've known for a while that even though I love the fuck out of him, I know that he can only be a resource. I know that sucks to say, but I feel like that's where I'm at in terms of my Capricorn energy. It's like some people really are not showing up as their whole self. Some motherfuckers just got a car. Some motherfuckers just got a dick. It's sad. It's sad. But it's like some motherfuckers cannot be everything or even part of something. It sucks. But it's like he got so much. He has so much. But as long as he accepts crumbs from his mama, and I think that's some of us, right? Some of us, we to maintain the relationship, you taking crumbs. I hear you. I'm not trying to judge you, bitch. I'm just saying, like, from his situation, It is what it is, bitch. Again, I just don't want to be the kind of person that I look at and be like, damn, like, yuck, you know? Fuck that man, you know? And I feel like I've been saying that more and more. And I feel like that's what made Dane so fucking crazy to me. Because I was like, damn, I don't even like men like that. I really don't. Like I feel like I'm realizing more and more that like the socialization of masculinity is fucking hell. And I feel like I'm probably never going. He's 31. I'm 34, and he about to be 32. And I just feel like I can't. I just again, I feel like I finally thought I found a man that was not fucking weird and stressful. And I just feel like at this point, I don't think so. Like I think that he weird and stressful in his own way. And I think the ways that men are usually weird and stressful, he has avoided because he be watching fucking content enough to see that he don't want to be like these dusties. But I feel like in the way that he's dusty, it's like the ultimate dust because it's like how you gonna learn or take in all this information but never like learn how to communicate. I can't do it. I can't do it. Listen, if you're a man and you're here, you're welcome. But I just want y'all to be listeners in this conversation, please. Cause I think that not enough men realize that like some of y'all are really making us like disgusted. Like I just want y'all to know, like some of y'all are really disgusting us, like disgusting us. I'm just saying, like some of y'all are really disgusting us, and it scares me for y'all. It really scares me for y'all. Cause it's like it's women out here that will never, ever, ever deal with y'all again. Like I really wanted to love this man like for real, y'all. I'm so sick right now. I really wanted to make him my motherfucking cinnamon apple. I did. I did. I was really excited about him, like on another level. I just really thought that he was going to be someone that I knew for a long time. It wasn't even about like we're gonna grow old together, but I felt like it was someone that I was going to see in life for longer than a moment, you know? I really felt that. I really felt like he was someone that I was gonna be able to really feel safe with completely. And that's what hurts the most is like, you know, I can't just stop being anxiously attached, you know? Like I can't just stop noticing how people tone changed or how people eyes gazed or lowered. You know, as a fat person, I could tell when you're looking at my fat body in a fucked up way. I could see it on your face. And again, even if you had some indigestion and your face was looking like that because you had some gas or something, why is that my concern? Like that's the thing. Like being hyper aware and having anxious attachment, some of the shit my mind be concerned with is so not fucking fair. Cause like, I really don't give a fuck. But sometimes it feels like I have no choice but to give a fuck, or else there was some danger that I missed. And so I think the hypervigilance, the hyper awareness is from trauma, but it's also something you can't just turn off. And so perhaps his avoidance has helped him survive. Perhaps his flight instead of fight is why he's still here today. Perhaps I love him enough to stretch. You feel me? But I ain't trying to break. You feel me? I'm not trying to damage myself. Like, and that's the thing that sucks. It's like at some point you start knowing what it is and you start feeling like you stabbing yourself. You feel like you the one beating your own ass up. It is. Again, I just appreciate y'all for holding space for me because again, I don't want to be like hurting and acting like everything's cool. Like every moment I had with him where I was happy, I was truly happy, but because I wasn't living in reality, I was escaping with him. And I could call it what it was. Because again, at some point, his avoidance let me know if I bring up something that's gonna bother him, or if I bring up something that he don't want to talk about, now I'm a bitch and a hoe. And he never called me out my name, and I feel like that's the other part of it is like he has such a respectable way of handling me that I really do feel like a huge asshole, even though I know I'm not. Like the ways that he like just shuts down, it makes me feel like, damn, I'm not even worthy of your breath. And again, like I've been with people before where like our relationship was under threat of something and we both figured out like how to survive together. I don't want to put anyone through that and I don't want anyone to be in that with me. But this whole time I really thought like he's trying to buy a house because he don't want to live with his mama no more. I think now I think he likes I think he likes the energy of saying he's buying a house. Now that's what I think at least. I think he likes people to think he's buying a house. I think he likes the conversation of I'm buying a house. I think it makes him feel like an adult. I don't know, bitch. I ain't never felt the need to tell somebody I was buying a house, but I was never buying a house. So maybe it's me. Who knows? But I just think like I got way too caught up with the houses, bitch. I got way too caught up with the houses. I got way too caught up thinking I was gonna be housed, bitch. And I'm not. Um, true. Oh yeah, no, he shuts down. He be mumbling and shit. He be saying sorry, and that's the worst part. It's like, bitch, let you let me say something factual. This motherfucker can't even react. That's the worst part to me. It's like I'm sitting there just telling him his whole life, bitch. I'm literally killing him softly, bitch, with his song, and he literally just sitting there like, true. I'm like, do you think I deserve this? He's like, no. He has a good job. He do, but he pays rent to his mom, even though he been living with me for fucking 2 months. And granted, did I ever tell him like you should give me the money you giving your mom? No. Danielle, I'm crying. I'm crying. I mean, like, if it's been a long time, then yeah, it makes sense. Again, I feel like I'm getting better at realizing, like, just like the last person I was seeing, Nat, I never was like, oh, he's my boo boo. I was like, he cool. You know, he cool. But when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I had already gathered enough information to know, nope. And with this dude, it's like I'm over here trying to like make it make sense. Like, and I feel like that's how I know I really was into him because I was really trying to like, you know how you be really liking somebody for real, and you be like, no, it's not that crazy, bitch. The shit be fucking bananas. The shit be my fucking pecans. Shit be looking crazy as hell. And you just trying to make it make sense. And I feel like that's where I was. It's like, bitch, I'm about to be homeless. And literally, motherfucking, the lady upstairs telling me straight up, she's like, if he's at your house, he should be helping you. And I was like, he is helping me. But I wasn't catching what she was saying. She like, he is all up in your home, girl. Like, where is the home that he could take you to? And it hurt me, bitch. It hurt me when she said that. That's why I got snappy with her and was like, "Oh, he's helping me. He's giving me money for food. He's giving me money for this and that. He's buying this and that." And it's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like him being with his not after 3 weeks rent is due, honestly. But that's the thing. Like I shouldn't have to tell you. Like you know you was here for 8 weeks. Like why did she get any money? It's like, did you pay her to store your stuff? Like I just found out he was paying the internet over there this whole time. I'm like, wait, so you've been paying the internet over there, but you use the internet at my house? Like what? Like that's crazy. And again, it's not like he's giving me nothing. It's not like he's giving me nothing. But it's like the situation that I'm in and how much he's offering, again, it's not making sense. So literally, yeah. Like literally, yeah. Like a lot. And again, this is not necessary to say, but I want to be candid that like I feel at least from my perspective in the beginning, my energy was like I just don't want to be here by myself while the man who tried to kill me may be out. Cuz when they first arrested the man who tried to kill me, he was out like 3 days later. Like actually he was out the next day and then they captured him 3 days later because they didn't realize that he didn't have nowhere else to go but the house next to my house. He cannot stay there. He tried to kill me, and so he got a violation on his probation or a violation on something for even being up over near me. And so after that, I'm like, girl, I'm on Tinder, I'm on all the apps trying to find somebody to just come kick it. Cause I'm like, at least, and like, I'm not gonna lie, bitch. Okay, fruit fly, fuck you, hoe. But I feel like in the beginning, there was this one dude that came over and he like seen the bathroom door where the man tried to kill me. And we were talking and he was like, I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna dip out. And I was like, I feel you. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I just wanted someone to kick it with me because I was like, creep the fuck out staying here. And there was this one, and it was I'm gonna be so fucking for real. It was like the most chill dude, but he was just like, nah. Like, he was like, I feel like someone's gonna come back and kill you. And I'm like, that's why I keep inviting people here because the house is giving someone's gonna come kill you. Like, that's why I'm like, someone has to come here and kick it with me because it's giving creepy. It's giving creepy, right? Like, honestly, it's giving scary. And I respected him. I was like, I hear you. I was like, I hope you have a safe night. Like, I was like, have a safe night. Honestly. No, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Brave Bird, Brave Bird, Brave Bird. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think that like his mom's house is not his home. I don't think he's had a home. I think like that's the gag of it all. And I could tell that. I could tell he was housing insecure too. But his mom was offering him something. And so he felt like she owed him. And so he was taking it. But not Trauma Hill. But I just think yeah, I think because I saw that, I was like, why wouldn't he help me like get a house? Like, why wouldn't we get housing together? We'd have a better house together. We also, when we were doing well together, we were a good team. Like, he was getting better at cooking. Like, he really was. Like, I was showing him some tips. I was teaching him things. Like, it was a wholesome vibe in a lot of ways. Um, but I do think, unfortunately, I just think like I want too much from him. And I personally don't think I'm asking for really that much. Like, I never was like, buy me a house, get me housing. I like honestly, the last request I made was for him to just text somebody, and it's like he couldn't even do that. It's like, dude, it's like, man, I just yeah, I feel like a mom. Honestly, I'm not trying to say that to be disparaging to any parents. I just feel like I have to I just feel like there's just a way that like people be like hoping that their mom like looks like pays attention, make sure it doesn't go left, and that's just how I feel. I feel like he's just wasn't paying attention. The ninth is when I have to move out. The ninth is my fucking is my eviction day. I'm crying. Not his nut off. Glitter flies. I did not fuck that man. I feel like that's the thing that also sucks about being a slut is like people assume like because you like kick it with like men at your house or like you invite people over that you're always fucking. Like I've kicked it with people and we just smoked weed and watched music videos. Like that's possible. Y'all know that, right? Like that dude came over and he wanted to fuck. Absolutely. Did he get the chance? No. But honestly, that was up to him because I would have fucked that man. No, no, but what I'm trying to offer is that like sometimes I feel like people think that like people are always fucking because like they're sluts and oh word, I thought you were. So that's why I said what I said. I was like, hold on now. I was like, because people do be coming over here and as I already said, like security vibes, like just to make sure, just in case someone ever thought they would want to pop up in here, there's someone else here, not just me. Um and that's the thing, Nubia. It's like I don't want to be a mom. The ninth is my eviction day. You were saying that men will judge your living space after they judge you. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Oh no, I hear you. I hear you. Word. I feel you. What I was trying to say though is, I have had other people like try to make comments about me fucking people or fucking too many people, and it's just kind of like, okay, like I between me and you, if I heard someone was fucking, I would be like, good for you. Like if I heard they were fucking a lot, I'd be like, good for you. Like I don't know. I personally don't care. Um, You said no. You were saying that men would. Okay, okay. Word. As I was saying though, I personally don't think that it makes sense for me to be fucking on anybody at this point. I feel like on some celibacy shit, like I feel like I'm about to just fuck on myself, cause like me and Dame were not even fucking like that. Like I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I feel like our connection was mostly physical around like cuddles. Like I honestly felt like this morning just like extremely fucked up because I was like, damn, I just wanted to get cuddled so bad. And when he came back from working and was cuddling on me, I had to go to work. Like I couldn't even really enjoy it. And it was just kind of like, dang. And like again, like I think like if I could be super candid, like I really just want someone to cuddle me hard and be like, you're perfect, I love you, you're amazing. Like I just want to get that. And like, I feel like I was getting like a discount version of that. And it hurts me to say that because again, I wanted to see everything purely. I wanted to see everything as like perfect and like supposed to be in like alignment. And it hurts to like know that like every time I fucking bring up things that scare me, stress me out, he does the thing of scaring me again. It's like if I bring up a conversation with someone that's like scary as fuck, like housing, and then that person just disappears on me or leaves or just walks away from communication, it's like you're actually kicking me in the head. Like after I already told you I'm scared, I'm sick, I'm worried, you're literally stomping on me for like telling you that it feels like. And like he still doesn't get it. And it's like again, I can't be with someone so emotionally unintelligent that they make me feel like I'm crazy. Like I really feel like I'm crazy like being around him because again, I feel like I'm telling him what he's doing is stressing me out, how he's not communicating. And again, I do think that lack of communication is communication. I don't want to hear it. And they're not the only person. Like I have another person that has been like giving me like the weirdest communication, like crumbs. And I'm just like, and I said straight up, I'm like, do you want me to fall back on you? And I feel like even me being like, do you want me to fall back is a crazy question. Cause it's like, yes, like clearly they do. But like, people that want you around, like they tell you. They don't make it seem like it's hard to get close or communicate. Like, again, I know what it's like to be invited and to get an opportunity into someone's life. And it just feels like every time I try to tell him, like, hey, I'm inviting you into my life, and like, I'm not sure if you're seeing all of it and how, there's an expectation on you to be supporting me in a particular way. If you're going to be off in my life like this, it would be a completely different thing if I seen his ass every now and then. I see you every day. Where are we going, babe? Where the fuck we going? And so I just feel like again, I've known this whole time like I could get farther on my own, and I've told him that, and I just feel like I don't know why he's testing it. I don't get this. It almost feels like he wants something to hurt him. Like I know that probably sounds dramatic, but it's like just the way that he ran to Facebook to talk about some he disillusioned with the idea of hope. Girl, be candid. You don't know how to communicate. It's fucking up your life. Like I literally read his journal. I know I'm probably fucked up for that. I don't care, bitch. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I just feel like I want to just hear. Bitch. That's how little communication I'm getting. So I'm like, I just want to know what's going on. And the journal, right? He literally was writing in the journal about writing in the journal, girl. He literally was writing the journal about writing the journal. He was like, "Oh, we should write more in the journal because it's gonna be good for us. Maybe we can make it work." He's like, "Maybe like this pen." Then start talking about the pen he's writing with being a fucked up pen. Then the pen started working better. He started talking about the pen. He literally is writing in his journal about writing in his journal, and then can't even stay on that topic. Literally start talking about the damn pen he writing with. He won't even talk to himself. He escaped himself in his own journal. And there was only one entry, and it was from the 17th of motherfucking August. Sweetie, I'm so sorry, but girl, again, you can think I'm shitty for reading his journal, sweetie. If there was like a wealth of information, I would feel shitty about it. But reading that paragraph, it just felt like, okay. Grand opening, grand closing. There's nothing else. Teaching a man to cook is the start of the downfall. I'm crying. I mean, girl, listen, he know how to make a Big Mac and cheese. That's what he know how to make right now. That's about it. And some bacon, bitch. Almost fucked up the bagel this morning, but the cream cheese saved it. Right. Feels performative as fuck, exactly. And it's like he's had this notebook for a while. And I stay thinking he about to write in it, and it's only one page in that bitch. That's crazy as hell. Not Miss Fiona, not Fiona Charming, bitch. I'm crying again. Not You Would Have Died Every Time You Looked at Him, bitch. I just read it just today. Like after he left, I literally just read it, and I'm literally sitting here like, oh, he a fool. Oh, okay. Wow. Again, if he had written anything of any kind of substance, I would not have said a damn thing to y'all. But I had to share that this man's journal was just a giant paragraph of nothing. At one point, he gave a shout out to the pen for starting to work again. He funny as hell. I feel like that's the thing too. Like he's just so goofy that it's like, bitch. I feel like that's what makes me sad. Cause I really was just I was just laughing so fucking much. Just giggling and shit, and nothing was really funny, bitch. In retrospect, like again, he is a fool. Listen, glitter flies. I don't disagree with you. He definitely was trying to meditate in the journal. He was like, I need to start meditating more. Maybe writing this journal will help. Like he literally wrote that out loud. And again, maybe he was talking to himself. I'm being shady. I'm being shady. I'm being shady, bitch. Because in retrospect, you know what, glitter flies, you really are you're being quite kind. And I feel like I'm going in. I feel like there's really nothing else to say about that connection other than, I'm disappointed. I really wanted it to last forever. I'm obsessed with him. I'm still down bad about him. Um, if he came back tonight, which I don't think he will because he has to work. But if he does come back tonight, I'm really hoping I'm not filming. I'm actually trying to get out of here because I really don't want that to be a moment. Oh, Aubrey, thank you so much. You know what? I feel that and I see that. Court Nico, I love you so much. Thank you for popping in to say that. But yeah, no, I genuinely do think that my life is like going better without him. I don't want to say me and Dane are over. I just want to say like Dane is prioritizing telling Facebook his feelings and not me. And I just feel like that's the last little bit of disrespect I'm gonna take. And I feel like if he grows up one day, maybe he'll apologize. Who fucking knows? But I just feel like at this point, I feel like he does need to like take some space from me in a real way. And I really do hope that that doesn't impact me negatively. But at the same time, if it do, it do. But I just feel like I don't want to like ever again be in anything and feel like, damn, like, could I be getting loved more? Like, could I be getting more connection? You know what I mean? Not used to be hilarious before you got a career, home, and bills. I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm trying to maintain my humor while I get shit together, honestly. But I'm crying. Charles, you're funny as hell. I'm glad you came in tonight, honestly. But yeah, no, it's definitely a fucking mess. Again, I'm obsessed with this man. I'm obsessed with him. I know y'all probably think y'all probably think I'm a whole goofy. I don't give a fuck though. Like I mean I do give a fuck a little bit because I don't want to be goofy, but at the same time, like I just and then also me and my neighbor was talking and she was just saying some shit that I really needed to hear. She was like, she's like, I'm actually done chilling with this or that man. She's like, because I don't like him and I'm done with him. I'm tired of it. And I was like, bitch. Because, like, honestly, one of the reasons why I wasn't really fucking with my neighbor, the white lady upstairs, because she always had a man around her that was trash. And she always be telling me about this trash man doing something to her. And I would be like, damn, girl, I hope you kill him one day. Like, I literally just think shit like that. But her like, getting cunt on the phone, I was actually really happy for her. I feel like the only thing about the white lady upstairs that I worry about is she said she got a daughter that don't talk to her. And I kind of worry that like her daughter was harmed by a man because she was being very permissive with her boundaries. And so there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I could trust her. You know? Daria, listen, and this is not me trying to shame nobody who's there. I just want to just let you know, like, sweetie, Tia, Tamara, okay? Okay? Your twins big like Tia, okay? It's motherfucking Tia Tamara over here, bitch. Like, we are sister, okay? And I just feel like, again, I feel like like, a lot of us have been there, but I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave again. I feel like I hate that like now I got to think about him as like a car. I really hate that. Cause again, I feel like that's where the Capricorn I use comes in. Cause if I really fuck with you, oh sweetie, we utility, we. But if you're not capable of like meeting me here, then yeah, you a car, you some dick, you a silly little moment, a ride to the park. Again, I feel like he has so many great qualities, and I feel bad because I have this feeling that he really thinks like who's gonna love me now, and it's like girl, that's your scarce mindset. Like you keep like, and again, me and this other bitch was just talking about him. Somebody like, bitch, somebody at my job knows him, like knows his whole family and shit, and was shook that I even knew him, and I was just like lol. So again, I'm not saying it's fuck Dame forever. I'm just saying like that's not my man. And again, the man that I posted on my story, Mr. Desmond, because I didn't tag him because if you see him, you know he a motherfucking snack. Okay? Now I know you probably like, oh goofy bitch, you gonna go fuck her. No, maybe. Who knows? Let me stop. But yeah, all I know is that he is an artist and his name is Desmond and he fine as hell. But, 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 I'm celibate, bitch. I'm trying to do a 90-day challenge for real. 90 days, no sleepovers. 90 days, no kissing. 90 days, no dating. 90 days, no, you can't have my number. Like, I just want to do like 3 fucking months where I literally leave people alone. Bitch, is it September? September, October, November? Bitch, I might want to start this shit next month though. Not because I want to be a thought, but because I want this shit to be going on through my birthday. That's my thought process. Like, and then again, I can always extend it. But, girl, I really love myself right now because like there's a part of me like the old me, not the old me, but like the me that I know is like, girl, three months. And then the new me, or the me that I'm trying to be, the elevated me, is like, time is a mandala. Time is a rose that blooms. Focus on the bloom. Focus on the bloom. But again, like there's a part of me that's like 3 months. Again, you know what? It's a challenge. It's a challenge, bitch. Um, yeah. It will hurt less if you were to stay. Boo, he not it for you. Tell him nicely, it's not you, it's me. Type shit. Glitter flies. I'm crying. Here's my thing. I feel like, hear me out. I feel like whenever people like I like glitter flies, I don't know if this is gonna track for you and drag me if necessary, but I feel like if a man is not being a good communicator, I don't think that we want deep dark skinned women to like be going through that too. Like again, I'm not saying that like this light skinned man can't be over somewhere else. I can't say I'm not gonna say that. But I feel like what I'm describing, I don't think anyone should have to deal with this. And again, I've told him that. I'm like, dude, you have great qualities. Like, please work on your communication. Cause like I don't think anyone's gonna like that. Like I don't think anyone's gonna wanna like communicate less about trauma or wild stuff. But again, if you see my Instagram story, I want to say I posted it on Weedfae, Ouiidfae. Desmond is a musician too, and he plays double bass and he plays beautifully. Like I literally was like leaving my job and I was like, "Oh, the music is over." And he's like, "It don't gotta be." And I was like, "Also, private concert?" He's like, "Let's go." And he starts, and the whole time I'm talking to this woman who was with him, and she's like, "Oh, I kick it with Desmond a lot." She's like, "We should go out and get drinks." And she said that there was like a game bar And she invited me out this weekend, and I was like, girl, that's crazy. So lowest of keys, it's like if Dane, is comfortable like where his life is at, clearly he is. Cause again, I done kicked him out so many times. I done kicked him out of here. I done told him to leave several times. And he has. And I feel like obviously like that's not going to make anyone feel more confident about a relationship. But every time I asked him to leave, it was because I'm realizing, dude, like I don't think you really are seeing what's happening here for real. I think I'm making it too comfortable. Like I hate to say that, but I'm realizing in retrospect that like as crazy as it looks here to me, I think like from what he's coming from, this is like better. And again, I have to hold that the last time I let a man sleep at my house, he tried to kill me and he was sleeping on my floor. Like I feel like I didn't learn the lesson from that one, and I think that's why this one is fucking killing. Cause I think I was supposed to be alone this whole time. I really think I was supposed to just like force myself out of here, and I think that's why I'm so fucking stressed. Because instead of like getting out of here more and making friends and just like putting myself out there, I was hooking up with this dude, and I feel like every time we would fight, I would be like, "Yo, tell me what's up." Cause I don't got a lot of time to like live here and figure it out. Like, are you with me? And I feel like even me asking that so early on in the 2 months we knew each other, it's like, bitch, you know what time it is. If a bitch is telling you like, what is it? Yeah. Yeah, somebody tried to kill me at the end of last year. It was really traumatic. It was really sad, but obviously I didn't die, so I feel kind of weird about talking about it like it was the worst thing ever because I didn't die. But it did have me kind of like just be worried about being alone after that, like being in this apartment. I also feel like my roommate who I was living with moved out right before that happened. And so him moving out and like that man that tried to kill me knowing I was alone, like low key, it was 3 days before anybody even came to the apartment after I was almost killed. So no, June 20th of this year, I was almost dead. If you go back to like the beginning of July, you'll see a video. I was locked out of this account. I literally just came back. Jessica J. Again. Again. That's the thing. I'm not trying to make it seem like I've been perfect in this scenario. Fuck no. I went back on my word mad times because again, I still got love for the man. Like he really did show up for me in a lot of ways, and not even just that. Like I don't want it to seem like a trauma bond rescuer, manipulation triangle type shit. It was not that. I feel like our first date was like amazing, and I feel like from there, it's like there just kept on being all these really beautiful moments and signs. But again, I feel like I always was in that same situation. Like a man had just tried to kill me like 2 weeks prior, and I need to move. Like that's been the case from the beginning. So it's just frustrating that we're having the same conversations over and over again. And he's gonna tell me like mumble breath, like, oh, I was planning on getting a hotel on Friday. And in my mind, I'm like, bitch, if that was the case, why wouldn't you tell me? Wouldn't you want a bitch mind to be eased? You feel me? Like I've been stressed about being homeless this whole time that you've known me. Like since you've known me, you knew I was squatting this apartment. That's why I'm just like I think it just was too comfortable, and I think that he doesn't think it's that serious. That's fine. Again, I don't want anyone to like try to save me from this situation. I really thought like he saw his situation as crazy as mine. And enjoy why though. I just thought that he thought my situation and your situation, we are both like, we both been abandoned in different ways and we both want a better life. Like that's what I really thought it was. And so again, I feel like this is the last time that I listened to a man tell me that he want to have a better life or he want to do better or he want to elevate or whatever the fuck. I'm just done. I feel for any man that thinks that they could tell me that shit in the future because I'm just going to be like, well, I hope you get there and I'm going to just dip. Because it's like, girl, you're basically telling me you want me to do labor with you. And I feel like with him, it was just like, if I could be so candid, I really feel like his mom treating him like shit and me treating him so good. I really feel like, and I hate saying this, I just really feel like he thought he was getting like a second childhood or some shit. Like I think he thought that. Like I think he thought like he was getting a second childhood. Like he was getting another chance to be a young man, and be like a young guy who's like dating a girl. Like I really think like outside of me, I'm like, damn, I think like he's really just been rotting in his mom's house for years and he's depressed. That's real as fuck. That's hard. That's hard. But not only is he like in his mom's house sad and depressed and shit, he not fucking reading enough or doing what the fuck he needs to do enough. Like it's like even the content he watches be frustrating me because it's like, girl, like why are you watching this goofy shit? Like I'm so sorry, bitch. I'm so sorry. For anybody that watches Jesus and Mero, I'm sorry. Not using up all my medicine as if he was hiding from his mom like a kid. I feel like I don't want to say that he was ever like taking too much from me, like in any way. We don't even smoke the same. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. Um, but I don't know if you meant like medicine. Like, I mean, it's not. Here's the thing. I feel like I don't. I feel like I like some cartoons, so I'm not gonna talk shit about cartoons. But I feel like listening to like Desus and Mero, I'm just not. Right when the vibes get maternal, that's what I'm saying. Turn up greens. It's like it stopped being sexy. It stopped being sexy. It started feeling like mommy dog. And don't get me wrong, like there were times where he definitely had like big dad energy, which I didn't hate. But it's just kind of like, bro, like I don't know, man. It just makes me sad because like I really just tried to show him like a lot of care and support, and I could just tell like he would start crying. Like he started crying one day when I handed him a plate of food, and I was like, damn, like fuck. And I knew that was a bad response to have. Again, I just feel like I don't think he's ever been in anything adult, you know? Like I hate to say this, but I think he wants a wife slave. But I think that he's too like modern to say it. But I think that he really still wants it. And I feel like that's why he cried. Cause he was like, oh my God. He's like, a bitch that will cook for me? Whoa. Cause there's a lot of bitches that will not cook for men. No shade to any bitches out here that want to cook for a man. I don't care. I'm not talking shit about you. I'm not talking shit about anybody. I'm just saying like there are a lot of bitches out here that are not gonna cook for a man, and it's like, bitch, I'm gonna cook for myself. And if a man want to eat some, cool. But that's the thing that stressed me. I love you, bitch. Listen, I'm glad. I'm glad. But yeah, no, it's like it's a lot of bitches not cooking for a man right now. And like I said, that motherfucker cried when I handed him a plate. Listen, listen. You saying you saying that I was mad about y'all critiques of Dane. I feel like my annoyance was that like I feel like I was happy and y'all was trying to yuck my yum. I feel like at the end of the day, if like here's the thing that stresses me. My anger with Dane is that there was no savings account and he's been saying that he's been saving for a house. That is really the crux of it. I feel like him not communicating well, I wasn't about to rush that. If he's gonna do that, he gonna do that on his own. But the fact that like this whole time I'm thinking there's at least a fucking savings account. At least. Like how can you say you're buying a house? Like I just feel like I wouldn't be telling people I'm buying a house. But again, I'll hold space for the fact that like it might have sounded like I thought y'all was hating. I didn't feel like that. I felt like folks were just like trying to rain on my parade. I don't feel like that's hating. I just feel like sometimes when bitches is happy, motherfuckers be like, why are you happy, girl? And it's like, because I am. Again, I was not trying to make it seem like I was the happiest girl in the world, but I was feeling elated in ways. Because again, even if we want to say that he's a manipulative liar, he still has gained enough information from listening to women to be able to have a conversation. And I feel like that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I mean, here again, I'm not trying to play with y'all. I just feel like the energy was giving to me like I am a man trying to evolve and not be a piece of shit. And I'm seeing other men be pieces of shit and I want to swerve. I don't want to be like them. Like the way that he's communicating to me, the way that he's trying to share, I mean, I don't feel like anyone was being skeptical. I don't feel like there was skeptical energy. I feel like it was not skeptical at all. I feel like there was a lot of direct and pointed critiques. And I feel like saying skeptical, being skeptical of men and critiquing a man is, I feel like they're worlds apart. I feel like right now we're not just talking about Dane, we're talking about all men. We're talking about Dane, but we're also making space for talking about other men. When I was happily talking about Dane, people were interjecting talking about other men. I personally feel like that was a weird vibe for someone that is saying that they're happy. Again, I think that sometimes when we see a femme doing something that we're not really like, we're like confused, we're not happy, or even we just don't have all the information. I do think that sometimes we do kind of like start going in preemptively. I'm not saying that man is perfect or won't prove to be fucked up. What I'm trying to offer is I just think like if I'm saying that I'm happy with this man and I'm not giving you all the flaws, that's fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Dane did say he was saving up for a house. He did. Listen, if people are being critical of a man, that's fine. Like I understand that like my happiness was like rose-colored glasses, but as I've been saying, in between my happiness, I've been candid about the fact that I have put him out my house 3 different times. And I've told y'all about it. Just like when I came here, I'm telling y'all I had a good day at work. But when I came home, I was like, yeah, I don't think this gonna work. Cause it's like I just went to work all day and I know the house not gonna smell like no pot roast. And I just feel like if I had a boo boo, like if I had a real boo, like that really loved me, there would be something on the stove. You know, I got off work 2 hours early. Like something would have been in the works. You know what I mean? And on our way back, like he was trying to order pizza for me, but he didn't even ask me if I wanted pizza. And like again, it's like I know that he wants to be helpful, but he still is in that avoidant, scarce mindset where if he would have just talked to me, I would have been like, "Oh, there's food at the house," like, da, da, da. Like you know what I mean? I didn't have no plan of what I was gonna eat, but I just feel like again, I'm not saying that he a bad dude. Like I hope that's not coming across. I just don't think that he's as mature as he should be to be in a relationship at this point because this is not a normal situation. Like I'm not a normal girl. Like I've been through a lot of trauma. I have complex and childhood PTSD. I have a lot of things going on with me. So I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm an easy bitch to deal with, but at the same time, I just think that unfortunately, and I said this to him in the very beginning, I was like, I feel like we both are in situations where we both cannot really have nothing right now because we should be working on ourselves. And I think that's what makes it feel so good is that we're doing the thing we shouldn't be doing, which is focusing on each other. And I feel like instead of me holding what I said and just keeping a boundary, I just didn't want to listen. I started feeling like, well, you know, I'm poor, but being poor don't mean that I can't be loved. And, you know, yeah, I'm going through stuff, but that don't mean I should have to hide myself from connection. And like, in retrospect, I think I was just undermining what I was feeling. And I feel like, again, I feel like he may have realized like I'm weak. He may have just realized I'm weak as fuck and like I'm not willing to stand on what the fuck I say. And it's true. I am weak as fuck, and I am not willing to stand on what I say. And I need to fucking shift, because that's not what I want to be. Listen, again, one thing about happiness and joy, babies, I'ma always have it. I just want y'all to know that right now. Like, I have a Sag moon. If y'all think for 1 minute I'm about to be at looking like or going through more struggle than is necessary, you'll never catch it over here. If I do not have to struggle, I will not. So if I'm telling you about a time that I'm having with somebody and I'm having a good time, let it be that. Because at some point we have a bad time, I'm going to tell y'all about that shit too, but they don't cancel each other out. Think about it. Like, I'm sure y'all have met someone and on a Monday y'all was Gucci, but by Wednesday, fuck. You know what time it is? And I just feel like, bitch, I got a job, bitch. I'm punching in and out and shit. I'm getting my fucking comp fucking lunches and shit. I'm talking to fucking artists again. Like, I'm doing a lot of shit. And I just feel like he about to be so jealous of me if he not already. And I just don't want to be with nobody who can't support me. Like, bitch, I'm down right now. I'm down. And like, he really could do more than he's doing. And I know he knows that. And that's why I don't want to fucking say shit. That's why I don't want to say a damn thing. It's like that man knows exactly what the fuck I deserve. He knows, and if he wants to deny it to me, he'll deny it to himself as well. And so that's why I can't even be worried about it. Because people really treat you how they really feel about themselves. And I really think that's why he looks at me like I'm a prize. Because I think he knows he knows he doesn't think he is one. And I think that's why he's looking for a prize. I'm not looking for a prize. I'm looking for someone to do life with. I'm looking for a friend. I'm looking for connection. I'm looking for someone to laugh with. I'm looking for someone to do great works unto the earth and shit. Like I'm looking for someone to pal around town. I'm looking for someone to, create a good playlist. I'm looking for someone to do some art with. Like I'm looking for an activity partner. And right, turnip greens, turnip greens. And I feel like that's the thing. I feel like he was masking with me heavy. Cause when we first met, bitch, in the beginning, it was so different. And I'm not saying it was like so different, like to be like, it was a drawing drop. I feel like it was me like gaslighting myself about what I was seeing. Like I knew he had mama issues and daddy issues, and I was still trying to fucking make it work. When baby, I already got my own of those, and I feel like I was always. I feel like that's another thing that I'm noticing. I talk so fucking much. He never had to ask any questions, and that's not good. And I remember thinking at one point, I'm like, damn, he don't really be asking me shit, but I'm like, damn, he don't got to, because you be saying everything. So there's a part of me that feels like on some fucking king of motherfucking pinnacle shit, I need to shut the fuck up and just sit on my throne and just not motherfucking, just not give too much information. I mean, he wasn't, but like at this point, I'm seeing it like, yeah. And here's the thing: his mom he don't treat his mom like he treats me, and I think that's why I didn't see it like that. And I think that in retrospect, I think his mom is his friend, so I can't be his friend. Nubia, I love you. And now I post this man's picture, and now I post this man's picture on fucking Instagram. I'm sick. It's the way they'll get you every time. I'm worried about my girl. I'm worried about my girl because I swear, me and Jasmine Garden both posted a man on the same day, bitch. I pray my girl has some better discernment than me. I trust she do. I trust she do. Like, don't get me wrong, he would ask some questions, but not enough. Definitely not enough. And again, I'm sitting with that in retrospect, but like I said, the last straw for me was noticing on Facebook he posting, but I'm texting him trying to figure out if he done drove his damn car off a cliff or some shit. And I'm kind of cracking up at the fact that I'm thinking he gonna kill himself. Sorry, I know that's fucking dramatic. I know it's suicidal awareness month, but I'm just trying to say, like, I'm really thinking he about to fucking kill himself. I'm really thinking he's so distressed. He really on Facebook trying to get fucking energy, girl. Not. I was shocked when you posted him. Nubia, brave. You know that gif where the girl like goes like this, and then the computer just goes flying, and the desk, and you just see her like this, and then get up. Like I literally feel like that fucking gif. I mean, listen, no, he could be attention seeking. That's fine. And that's the thing. All I wrote under the status is because he wrote the status talking about some. I'm tired of being disillusioned with hope. I wrote, "Can you come eat my ass?" Again, I'm trying to be funny online these days. I don't know if that was fucked up. I bet you someone gonna say I'm toxic. Like I just feel like I could see this whole shit going left and someone being like, he was sharing his pain and you're trying to talk about getting your ass ate. But it's like honestly, Sweetie, I thought he died. So the fact that he's alive and well on Facebook, come eat my booty, bitch. Exactly. Right. I don't care. Again, I just wanted him to like just know like you're doing the most. You look silly, but I'll still let you eat my booty. Absolutely. And I'm gonna fart on your fucking head because you fucking being crazy as hell. Again, I already know that he's not gonna be my man forever. I already know. But he can still eat my booty. Like, damn. Yup, please. People have eaten booty for less. People have eaten booty for less. I just feel like at this point, just put your dick on my back if that's it. Bitch, because he left his watch, ho. I'm sorry. This just said about motherfucker leaving his watch behind. He left his watch. He left his fucking weed. He left all his drugs. I'm like, girl, that's giving death. Like, I'm sorry. That's giving is we're done. It's giving is all is lost. A nice watch, girl. He never be without his watch. I was like, oh, he finna die. I literally called him. I was like, please don't hurt my friend. I was like, please leave my friend alone. Let my friend survive this. My God. Look, bitch, again, I do not want his ass to die. I do not want him to die, girl. I don't. I really don't. But he a Libra. And the way I cussed his ass out, and plus, bitch, I feel like he really was sick when I was telling that white lady all his tea. I was like, you know what, girl? I was like, when you asked me about this man helping me, I'm sorry for lashing out. I was like, because honestly, I was like, he not helping me as much as you. I was like, you don't even fucking know me. I was like, you are an older woman who has a lot on her plate, and you are really, you went to the office to see if you could help me. Like, bitch, like, you are really doing a lot. And she's like, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I was like, I don't want anything bad to happen to me neither, Amy. Thank you so much. That's how she really talk. I'm not trying to play with her. That's how she really dead ass talk. But she was just like really like, you know, I'm not gonna do it again because I know someone over there laughing at the bitch, and I'm not trying to make fun of her, bitch. But she like an old white lady who be like, yeah, girl, like she always like she just very motivated white lady. You know what I'm talking about? Them motivated white ladies that just be like, it's just like it don't matter what the fuck y'all talking about. She with it. So that's she very much like that. But she was like, girl, I don't want nothing to happen to you. She's like, I can't see you on the street. I was like, I can't see me on the street neither, bitch. And low key, bitch, I seen a white lady on the street today and that really fuck with me. Cause I seen a white young lady on the street. I was like, damn, fuck. And again, bitch, I know this is gonna sound how it sounds, but bitch, think about who you usually see on the street. Do you usually see a young white lady? All her teeth? Hair clearly like done at some point. You don't see that. I saw a woman under 25 years old on the side of the fucking road with a sign, looking like she was just on TikTok. No tea. She not a bitch for real, but you know, I say bitch because I don't know her name. But literally, like I seen a young girl, like a young girly, and I was like, yo. Again, I'm not trying to say that certain people should be outside. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when we do see people outside, we are not seeing young, able-bodied white people. That's what I'm trying to offer. We're not seeing that. At least out here, I've not seen that. That's what I'm trying to offer. I was not trying to play like we don't see people that are houseless or disenfranchised. What I'm trying to say is like the demographic. She was thin, had all her teeth, and had a sign that was really nicely made. And I was like, yo, not identifying poverty. Girl. No, she wasn't a teen bitch. She was like a young 20s single parent who was like posting, who had a sign and was walking up and down. Again, I am not trying to, like, she was not on drugs, y'all. She was flying a sign. I remember what that's like when you're clean and you're flying a sign. And I just remember looking at her thinking, damn, like, I'm ashamed for thinking this, but I was like, damn, girly. Again, I know people are staying attractive homeless people. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, if you're an attractive homeless person, usually you are doing sex work. You're not flying a sign. That's what I'm trying to offer. I'm trying to offer that beauty privilege it's no longer on the table. That's what I'm trying to offer to you guys. Like, I feel like back in the back, you could be a cute girl, get housing, you'll be fine. Now the white skinny girls with all their teeth and a baby, I'm sorry. But that fucked me up. Again, I've flown a sign and had people shame me and tell me I look too clean. This is the first time I've seen a clean young person in Michigan. Again, where I'm at, I do not see young, white, clean, thin, able-bodied people flying signs. I don't. I have never seen that out here. You know what I see out here? Black and brown people, and if there is a white person, they are literally turned brown from the sun. They are literally brown from the sun. I can still tell they're white, but they literally look sun aged to another fucking degree. You do not see white people that have manicured nails, lashes. Like the girlie was done up and was like, single mom needs help, and was just walking up and down, back and forth from CVS. And I was like, bro, I feel like even where she chose to like get the money was not a good area, which you would not know unless you were just starting out, you know what I mean? But again, like you want to be in that median in between the back and the fourth cars. You want to be where like traffic stops and there's at least 10 people. I know anybody can succumb. It's not about succumbing. It's not about faking it. What I'm more so trying to offer to y'all is the ways that like we see the world as privileged people is very different than disenfranchised people. And what I'm trying to offer is that usually like you're saying in Oregon, you're seeing younger people. I'm not saying that makes sense. What I'm trying to offer is in Oregon, the prices are so wild that I can't believe anybody can still afford to live out there. And that's just on the price period. Out here, the price hasn't gone up so sharply that like we are seeing like different demographics out on the side of the street. And I wouldn't think anyone's faking it, Beansy. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I don't think anybody would fake poverty at this point. I don't see that. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of people not beating poverty, and they're beautiful. So again, I'm about to go and just try to like mentally prepare myself for just my life. I'm probably gonna come back. I think like I'm struggling to not drink. Like honestly, like I'm really struggling. And the only reason why I'm not smoking is because I need to go get papers, but I didn't want to go get papers because I really didn't want to leave the house. Like I really just like I don't know. I just like I don't like leaving at night. I really don't. Um yeah, again, I'm not trying to offer that like beautiful young white people shouldn't be in poverty. That's not the take. What I'm trying to offer is like when we see people on the street, it's usually as a reminder that like this is how bad it can get. And to see a white person who is not down the baddest, again, I'm not trying to judge her. I'm trying to offer that when you're flying a sign, it's almost like you have to look really fucked up. I'm not saying that like all of these people that are looking fucked up out here aren't just like going through something. What I'm trying to offer is there is a fucking I hate to say this, but there's a there's a performance to poverty. And again, if y'all have never been outside flying a sign, you don't know what I'm talking about, and that's okay. And I don't expect you to. But like when you're outside flying a sign, you want to look as fucked up as possible. So the fact that she's outside like clean as fuck, it's just again, it's a completely different thing to see because usually when you see people flying a sign, they look like if you don't give them some money, they're fucked. This girl, like the way she was looking, like she had a little sad face, but I could tell like it was like she was trying to like get into it again. I'm just trying to offer that when I had a sign and I was like holding a flag, so like someone came up to me and said, baby, you look clean, you look too clean. And I was like, damn, I gotta look dirty as fuck to get some money. That sucks, you know? And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Rub dirt on my face? Like, they literally was basically telling me, like, go get dirtier, and then we'll maybe help you. And I'm like, oh, I gotta be covered in some shit? Okay. Word. I just went home. Because I'm like, bitch, the laundromat costs a lot. Like, if I gotta get dirty, I gotta get clean at some point. So, and then you could be dirty on the side of the street to get the money, but when you try to go spend it, you gotta go wash your ass. So my energy was like, no, like it seems silly. It seems like a lot of weirdness. Is Charles color struck? Not a beautiful homeless Latina woman. I'm crying. Charles, what? What does that mean? Was she Caucasian? Um, no, I'm definitely going to get papers. I'm definitely going to get papers. But yeah, no, I'm also gonna delete this live. I don't care. I don't care, bitch, because there's no point in me keeping it up. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I feel like I want to have a live where I talk about my first day. I don't want to have a live where I talk about my first day and Dane. I also want to say that somebody asked me when I got my job, like, if they thought that, like, me being in love with Dane, like, helped me get the job. If I'm being super candid, no. I think what helped me get the job is going into this office and being vulnerable with the woman that I was talking to. I feel like the team that I work with is all femmes. And I feel like there were some things that were shared today that made me think about another person's relationship. And I don't know, man. I just I just feel like I went into my job today just like so focused on like just making a good impression. I didn't think about Dane really today. And I don't mean that to be mean, but I wasn't like, man, I can't wait to get home to them. Like, it wasn't that. I was really happy to have done a good job. I was happy to have made an impression. I was happy to have made anything feel good today. And I think, like, what hurts me is that, like, this Dane shit is just, like, ruining it for me because it's like, I want to feel stronger and I want to feel strong in a way that I feel proud of and not based on hurting people or being a dominator. And I just don't think that he sees the ways that like he steals from me. Like, it's like goddamn, like your unwillingness to have a conversation about housing is like spiraled into like me having to like figure out if you're dead or not. And obviously you're not dead, you know. And obviously you're about to go to work tonight. And obviously, you know, I feel like me being distressed or disturbed about behavior is not enough to shift. And honestly, it'd be wild if it was. Like, I feel like people changing for someone else is never sustainable. You gotta really find it inside of you. Like, I didn't change my behavior because of anybody. I changed my behavior because of how I saw myself and how I wanted to see myself. So there's just a part of me that feels like maybe he's not really there yet. That's fine. I hate how like men can be like so uninvolved and then you spend your life like talking about it. Like you spend the time of yourself and other femmes talking about these men like not being like, you know, I'm gonna leave this shit up because honestly this shit is fucking true. Like, it's true. Like, I just like I don't feel comfortable with it because like there's a part of me, like, I just want to be so candid. Like, there's a part of me that feels like when you start talking shit about a man and then you're like, oh, I don't want anyone else to know. I don't want people to know how bad he's being. I don't want anyone to know how this man is doing. And then like you don't want to have to like be honest with yourself. Like, it's like if you tell your friend, you can bury it in another bitch. Like, you can bury men and their behavior in so many relationships and kill other relationships. And that's not what I want. That's not what I'm desiring. I just want to love and be loved, y'all. That's really my energy. Not call him and put him on speakerphone. First of all, I only have one phone at this moment, so that's not possible. Number two, I have called him at least 30 times. He is not willing to talk to me at all, which, again, I am not mad about. I think the last straw for him was me telling the white lady upstairs, like, how shitty he was. And again, I don't think that, like, I did anything wrong. I think that it's wrong when you start to feel like you can't tell people what someone's doing to you or how they're behaving. I think that that's like not a good place to be with a relationship when like you feel like you can't say. And I wasn't there, but I was like definitely feeling anxiety about like being candid about like the ways he wasn't perfect when I never expected perfection. I just expected him to like be mindful of his behavior and not try to hurt me and like not like just listen to me when I'm triggered. And again, there are so many ways that he is great, so many ways that he is validating and loving and supportive and listening. And I wish that like, you know, I had more time to experience that. I do. Because when I had it, I had it. But yeah, no, that job, yeah, I got that job myself. Like, Dane being in my life definitely did make me feel good, but I feel like I knew that like that job was one that well, when I started talking to the woman, at least like I could just tell, like, you can sometimes tell, like, I'm thankful at this point when someone wants you to win. And like today, like, ugh, I'm gonna just finish telling you about my job shit because I feel like that's the only it's the only fucking ray of sunshine here. Is like, I remember when my birthday twin didn't show up for work till 1 o'clock, it was awkward because like the fact that she showed up, she is ballsy. I like live for her. Her shift started at 10. She showed up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to a shift that was supposed to be a 10 to 6. I'm proud of her, honestly, because here's my thing. The way my energy is set up, sweetie, you would have never seen me again. Like if I oversleep to the point where or anything's happening 1 o'clock, sweetie, if I'm gonna be more than like 30 minutes late, I will just quit. Like Loki. I mean, depending on what's happening. But like the first day of work, I would have just stayed home. But she still showed up, which I thought was surprising. And she didn't try to fight for it either, which I thought was very fascinating. Because again, like a Capricorn coming all the way to the job, not to get it, not to like fight for it. I really hope she's okay. I'm sad I didn't get her last name. I wonder if I can still find it. But anyways, what I was gonna say is she showed up to the job. I was training, so I couldn't say anything to her. I did want to say, hey, like I was sad that I didn't get her number or the other girlie, but I hope the other girlie shows up so I can get her number because she was cool too, the Aries girl. But my birthday twin showed up at 1 o'clock, and they when they were done with that situation, because again I don't know how it all went down. I just know she showed up, and the front desk person came back and was like, Carmen's here. Definitely, 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 definitely. Again, it was a situation where like all I know is I was training. The white dude came in and said Carmen's here, and was kind of like shook, and I realized Carmen was my birthday twin, and then that's when the manager just jumped up and like went out there, and I was kind of shook because I was like, dang, I want to see what's happening. I want to know. But then I heard her say, well, we got the one that we really wanted, so I'm cool. And I was like, not the one that y'all really wanted. Like I'm shook. And honestly, we had a little conversation about Carmen, and I feel like if I'm being super, 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 super candid, I feel like my birthday twin, her energy was very much like I do not give a fuck about this job like that, but I'm gonna see what it's giving. Like I feel like because jobs are so scarce, I think that her energy was like I already got a job, but if this job is better than my job, I'm gonna fuck with it. But I feel like because of how money is, I think she was like fuck it, it don't make sense to take on this new job, and I think she thought she might be able to like, since it's training, didn't have to take it too seriously. In my mind, as soon as they told us we're on a 90-day probation, I think they said it's a 3-month probation, and then we get a raise based on like how we're performing. There's just a part of me that feels like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna be early as fuck for as long as I am. Well, she had 2 jobs, now she got one. But again, I just don't think that like her energy was like, I'm gonna keep this job like that. I don't think she cared that much. But no, my boss really was like, yeah, she's like I could tell her energy wasn't into it. She's like she was really great at the interview. She was great on the phone, but when she came in, her energy was kind of over it. And I was like, it was. I was like, but she do got another job, and she is a mother, like a 40-year-old mom, like so she probably seen a lot of shit already, and she was like, this ain't about to be it for me. I'm gonna be real. The job is chill for me, just because I like to talk to people, and the job is being on the phone a lot, telling people hold, and then having to make them reservations elsewhere. It's really just a lot of computer shit, and the phones be ringing a lot, and like there's a lot of times where we can't really help anybody where we're at because we only have 30 rooms available, and so we will just like help people get into their we'll help people get into other hotels or motels, usually hotels though, like usually again they're usually going through radiation, some sort of maybe family member going through something, and so they need a room to stay. And so the whole job is basically just like a hotel in a hospital, but it is kind of cool because we're run by a private corporation. So we be having like little cute moments. Like we like I know this month we're doing like something with pollination and seeds and honey. I don't know, bitch. I'll get back to you with that. But they're like, I feel like every month from what I've seen, because I saw the last month one, or the early, or every week they have like an event, and like I want to say the next time I work, there's an event. Not the next time, but next week when I work, there's an event called Rice Krispie Treats or something, and they're just having Rice Krispie Treats on that day, and I'm like, cool, exciting. So I think yeah, I don't know. I feel like the job is it's chill. It does not seem too deep, but it seems like it's a job for people that are really good at like performing on the phone and pretending like everything's fine. And that's me, bitch. But also she said that she likes that I'm a vulnerable person and that I'm honest, and or that like I have like a demeanor that seems like trustworthy. And then she was saying like, she was like, I don't want you to be reading off a script. Like I want you to figure it out for yourself. Talk to people how you want to. She's like, sometimes like when I'm on the phone taking reservations, people will give me their emails and I'll shame them. I'd be like, that's your email? And like she's like, that's just fun for me. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I feel like the vibe is very much like be yourself. But she gave me a lot of compliments. Like she was like, when I saw your resume, I knew we wanted you. She's like, you were great. She's like, you interviewed great. She's like, the phone call was perfect. She's like, I just wanted you so bad. I knew that you'd be fun to work with. And I was like, what? I'm like, that's awesome. And like, she offered to buy me lunch tomorrow. She's like, I was going to buy you lunch today, but since you brought your lunch, like, you're good. She's like, but then she gave me like the company card and was like, go get a snack for yourself. And I was like, what? And then like, they literally went to, they told me like tomorrow they're like text me what you want for coffee tomorrow morning, and they were like, and I'm gonna buy you lunch. And I was like, what? And like there's a part of me that feels like maybe if I'm honest with my boss, like something can happen, like maybe something is possible. I don't know, I don't want to be dramatic though, but I feel like I don't want to be Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness, sleeping in a damn bathroom, bitch. I do not want to be on that type of time. But I literally, ugh, like I'm ashamed at like the conversation I had with with Dane about like things that I would do to like places I would think to live, because like his energy was like never to be like, and not at no point did he say, hey, Friday I'm gonna get a hotel. Like it wasn't that. It was just him like indulging all these wild ass zany ass ideas I had that like are not realistic. And I think he was just like, again, avoiding having an actual conversation about what's happening. Um, I'm crying. Listen, I do not appreciate being at a job in general. I don't like working. I do not desire or crave work. However, if I am going to work, I want to be able to talk to people, help people. I feel like that's the most important thing. Is like my job is literally making sure people who are already going through a lot of shit get housing, like get housed while they're going through some intimate procedure. And not only that, but we don't turn people away. So if somebody is calling us and they need help, we support them. And in any way we can, like if it means booking them elsewhere, we will. If it means reaching out to someone with a better rate, we will. So yeah, you know what, Alterell, you're right. I mean, who knows? I mean, Daria, I hear you. I feel like that's the thing is like I feel like that's the other messy thing is like my boss knows Dane and knows that we're together, and the energy today was very much like she knows we're U-hauling too. Like she's like, well, you're queer, so it tracks. I was like, dang. Now she said you're people. I was like, why did that sound like a slur? Just kidding. But yeah, her energy. I mean, here's the thing. They definitely can't book me on-site housing. Like that's not realistic. Like I would never dream of taking housing from someone from the hospital. That's so fucked up. But I do think that like I probably will be able to figure something out. Like now that I actually have a fucking job and I'm actually working. Like that's the thing. It's like I'm actually working a job, so it's not like I have nothing. But I'm not gonna lie. Like I really was hoping that like me and Dan could figure something out, like so we could both be happy forever. And it just feels like I don't think he knows what to do, and I don't blame him. Me neither. So I think I'm gonna just focus on myself and stop trying to be pie in the sky. Cause like again, as much as I want to be around him, I feel like a lot of it is like the physical, the validation. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I said this before. I'm like, I don't know if it's about him. Like, he makes me laugh. Like, he can be real fun to be around. But I think, like, between him, like, just not financially being communicative and communicating, period, it's just like, this is a nightmare. I'm not sure, Kaya. I should look into it though, because I work at a hospital that's also a college, so it might actually help me. Nubia, I feel like I don't think I was thinking that. I feel like he was telling me that too. It's like I'm looking at his situation and how he's moving. So I feel like I don't need to stop doing anything other than like betraying myself. I feel like thinking that like someone else who is poor is going to be like my ally. I don't think that that's a crazy thing to think. I feel like a lot of people who are oppressed believe that someone who is also oppressed will be their ally. I don't want us to keep thinking like I don't want us to start thinking like, oh, this person's in my group, but like maybe they're not like me. Like again, like poor people have nothing better to do than to talk to each other and connect with each other. And so I really thought he saw me in a certain way. And again, I do believe that like while he wasn't like telling me one thing doing another, I do think that like he was omitting the truth. It was one of those kind of lies where it's like you can say you're looking for a house, but if you don't have a savings account, you're not really looking for a house. You're just, it's like Pinterest. Just say you're Pinteresting a house. That's okay. But saying that you're looking for, saying that you're trying to buy a house while I'm saying I'm homeless, that's nasty work, honestly. Without any kind of savings account, without any kind of like loan program, like that's nasty work. And again, I know in retrospect that his house is never going to be my house. But I believed based on what he was saying we about to be good. But in retrospect, I feel like again, belief, knowing. You feel me? So I gotta stop believing. I gotta start knowing shit. And that's why we fought today, because it's like I don't know what we're doing. And I think he wanted me to believe that, oh, Friday I was gonna get in a hotel room. Again, saying that you're gonna get a hotel room on a Friday when what does that mean? And also Friday is the most expensive day to get the hotel room. Like again, I didn't really think about it. I didn't really think about what he was offering. I feel like my eviction is actually on yeah, it's actually on Monday. So it's like I don't need an apartment. I don't need anything on Friday actually. I don't need anything on Friday. I'm good on Friday. It's Monday that I'm worried about. And like I said, I feel like it's about to be some Will Smith Pursuit of Happiness type shit. I think my plan is to like find a storage closet at my job where I can hide some shit. I don't even have too much stuff. I feel like as I look around, I'm like, bitch, there's a lot of shit that I'm not even gonna be taking with me. Like I really don't even have too much. I feel like I'm gonna have like a laundry bag, like a backpack and a laundry bag. That's all I'm gonna have. So I feel like as long as I can hide my laundry bag somewhere, I'm gonna be okay. Like I really don't think that this is like the worst situation ever. I feel like I was living in a van before, so I think like hiding, hiding that I live at a hospital is honestly not the craziest thing I could do. I feel like it's a lot of people that sleep at a hospital. I'm not gonna look crazy at all. Um, yep, I already signed up for direct deposit too. Right, again, him saying that he's gonna help get a hotel on a Friday in a random argument. I just feel like if you love somebody or you care about them deeply or you want them to survive, I feel like you have that conversation about what your plans are when you get paid before they bring it up to you. And that's the last thing I'm gonna say about that because I feel like with Dane, when with Dane and this whole situation, I just feel like again, I feel like he a great person. Like I really can't speak too harshly of him. Like yes, he didn't keep it real all the way, but I think if I'm being super candid, I just feel like he was ashamed. That has nothing to do with me, but I feel like he was ashamed at how little he had, and I think he tried his best with what he did have. Like I truly do believe that. Like I truly do believe that he, you know what I mean? Like I truly do believe that he was as helpful as he could be. But I don't think that he could really take on much more. And I think like, you know, I think again, I feel like instead of me feeling shame, I'm gonna just remember that everybody has been lied to by a man. Sometimes they own daddy, and being lied to is not a crime, but or being lied to is not something that you should feel bad about because babes, you literally didn't know. But I think continuously lying to yourself about the lies. And again, today was the first time I asked him about a savings account. Until I knew that there was no savings account, I was really hoping that, like, you know, he seemed kind of goofy, but maybe he'll, and it feels like today was that day where it was just like, sweetie, and again, I don't want to make it seem like I hate this man. I really don't. I just hate his behavior, and I hate how, like, he could just keep on being like this. Like, nothing's stopping him. I think that's the part for me. It's like, I just hope nobody else got to go through this, because, like, the way he's trying to make it seem like he the victim in this, and it's like, sweetie, I just wouldn't be posting on Facebook right now, personally, because I really have nothing to say about him on Facebook. I have not one thing to say. I have not one thing to say about the world and how cruel it is. I don't believe that. But again, I feel like he can feel like that because what, he's not getting energy. I don't know. I feel like he an energy vampire, and like my horoscope said that I had a succubus around me, and we ain't been fucking like that. So I was like, how? But today he gave me a bomb ass massage, and I just realized, like, sex is not just about fucking. Most men who are single, most men today who, even if they aren't single, don't have access to a woman like that. So I just think that, like, me getting the massages, I loved him obviously, but I think that he was getting something from being close to me. I mean, I know he was getting several somethings from being close to me, but I guess I just didn't see it that deeply, and like, I hate that for me because I really just felt like, oh, like, we're seeing each other, and like, in retrospect, I think I just I liked being perceived by him. I don't know that I really liked him because just the way I'm so angry at his ass, just the way I be cussing him out. It's like, bro, I want to be in a connection with someone where I want to talk softer. Like, that's it. Like, I want to be in a relationship that brings out all the softness in me, brings out like the quietest hush of just thank you. Like, I don't want to be like with anybody that got me all animated and aggravated. And I just feel like, ugh, I'm so distressed about it. And like, I came clean to everybody. Like, me and this girl was talking about subletting this apartment. I know that sounds crazy, but the lease is still existing. And I was like, bitch, if we pay the rent, we still are behind. And she's like, I don't really care. She's like, we could figure it out. I was like, we probably could. But that was when I was dealing with Dane. Now, I told her, I was like, listen, I was like, I know I told you I was fucking with this man, but I really don't think I'm gonna fuck with him anymore. She was like, I'm proud of you. I was like, thanks, bitch. Cause like, honestly, like, I feel like sometimes women just stay with a man so they don't look crazy, but I feel like it's crazier in my opinion, or not crazier, but I just feel like it's something that I wouldn't be able to understand as if I stayed longer at this point, knowing what I know. Like, when you're young, you don't realize a lot of women are lying about men. Like, when you're really young, you don't realize, and that's why I'm not going to delete the video, because I don't want to be lying about a man no more. I don't want to fucking make it seem like we're all cool and shit. We're not. I think this whole time I just been hoping that he was not going to make me look stupid for like falling for him or getting caught up with him, despite saying straight up like, I don't think we supposed to be dealing with each other because we broke and we going through a lot. And now I'm just like, LOL. Like, why would a man tell you? Why would a man tell you the truth when he can just keep on saying barely anything and getting all that he's getting? Like, he knows the truth is gonna set his little ass free, and I really feel like that's what it is. I feel like he knew if he communicated any more than he was communicating, it would just be very clear this is not nothing. I'm crying, Brave Bird. Oh, difficult people act right. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, I keep on saying, like, he's not a bad dude. And it's like, it's not about that. I guess what I'm trying to offer is, like, I feel like, do I think there was malicious intent with him dealing with me? Honestly, that's the worst part. No, I don't think so. I think that he's just starving for energy from someone that isn't looking at him like he's a whack ass, lame ass dude. I think that he liked how he looked in my eyes, bitch. And I think that that's just what it comes down to. Like, I was over here liking how I was looking in his eyes too. And I had to get real that, like, I just don't think I respect him. And I think that that's the other part. It's like, I feel like I would respect him more if he had just been honest and been like, I broke. Versus trying to make it seem like he good. I feel like that's what he was doing the whole time. Like, oh, I'm gonna be straight. I'm getting it up. Oh, my check. Da da da. And it's like, Anyways, I just feel like, again, I'm trying to just remind myself that we all get played out. We all look crazy for a man. We all have a man come into our life doing one thing, saying one thing, next thing you know, and then you looking silly, or you think you look silly, and so you don't want to tell nobody. And I feel like, oh no, bitch, I really don't want to drink tonight. There's a little part of me that was like, ooh, make yourself a little whiskey and vanilla Coke. But it's like, bitch, I don't want to be like so fucked up. Like, I don't want to be escaping from this shit. Like, even though I'm smoking, like, I'm not smoking like I usually do, because I'm smoking fucking roaches come out of fucking papers. And I barely smoked today because I was at work. And I just feel like there was a level of like sobriety that I was experiencing that had me like, damn, I ain't been this sober in a minute. Like, I ain't been, you know. And I'm gonna have to do that shit again tomorrow, bitch. And earlier than I did today, bitch. Fuck. And maybe even longer. I don't know. I just feel like, you know what? My card's been warning me for a long time. They've been telling me temperance, 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 temperance. And I'm like, shut up. And they're like, fuck it, bitch. We're gonna have to just take the weed from you. We're gonna have to just block you out 8 hours, bitch. They said we're gonna make it illegal, but you can't smoke at a hospital, bitch. It's literally, you can go to fucking jail for that shit. And I swear my angels is like, yeah, she don't like jail. Like, the angels is like, she don't like jail too much, so put the consequence on it of the highest order, cause this silly bitch can't stop. And give her a job with loving, kind people, so she don't even think about smoking like that. She's still thinking about it, but she ain't going to jail for it. I'm just grateful for my spiritual team, bitch, cause the way that they're like, But yeah, no, I gotta go to the gas station. You know what's even crazier? I think this man stole my papers, cause bitch, it's the way that he bought me papers. It's the way he bought me 2 packs of papers, and I can't find them, and he gone. Sweetie, I swear he was like, "Fuck you, hoe." I swear, bitch. I swear. And I want to be like, at least bring the papers back. Like, bruh, I done sent so many crazy texts tonight. I feel like one of the craziest texts I sent was, bruh, are you dead? Cause it's like, bro, like, why are you leaving like that? Like, it's giving shit scary. Not, oh hell no, bitch, I'm crying. Again, I just don't know. I don't know what's happening next. I'm gonna be so fucking for real, but I'm gonna be at work. So I don't have to think about it, but I don't know, bitch. I'm crying. Not if y'all make up. We're not gonna make up like that. We're not. I feel like I've already, like, again, I feel like once you do this kind of shit, like, it's done. Like this, I've been really wanting to not say shit about his ass that was not positive, because again, I did not want to change the image of him in anybody's mind because he is a stranger. But I feel like at this point, I feel like, again, I just really hope that like he finds a connect. No, he's not ghosting me. I kicked him out, but then I thought he had killed himself, like low key. I kicked him out, but then I was like, wait, come back, and he was like, delete, 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 delete. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. I like told him to leave, and then he really did leave. And like, honestly, I was sad, but then I was like, wait, are you gonna kill yourself? Like, again, I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I was just kind of like, hold on now, cause low key, bitch, like people be getting mad, be getting sad, and then next thing you know, and I was like, sweetie, I don't want you dead. Like, not to be selfish, but like, I don't want him to like hurt himself over this. But you can't control how people see a relationship or a connection. So again, if he took it there, which I know he didn't, bitch, he's on Facebook. Like, that's the thing. That's what pissed me off too. Is like, I'm over here worried about your ass for real. I go on Facebook, bitch, you on there telling people you going through shit, girl. You're not going through anything. A bitch been taking care of you for 2 months. Like, honestly, like that's what makes me so sick too. As I even said to him, I was like, that's crazy that you haven't posted on my behalf at all. You could have shared a GoFundMe or something. He's like, oh, he's like, I could. I'm like, again, I just feel like he make me doubt my reality, bitch. And I feel like that's how I know I'm not supposed to be around that shit. Because when I'm with him, I be feeling like everything's fine, everything's gonna work out. But it's like, why do I think that? Why do I think that? Again, I know I've been delusional before, and I feel extra silly right now because it's like, bitch, I was just like, I was just so fucking full of like, again, touch starvation. A man tried to kill me. A man moved out and told people I stole his apartment. How many more things, bitch? Again, all I wanted was some dick on my back. That's it. That was my crime. Yeah. Yeah. Again. There were a lot of moments that were not like that. But the moments that were like that, yeah. Again, I knew this man for 2 whole months. Not even, bitch. It's gonna be 2 whole months in 2 days. So we ain't even make it 2 whole months. Am I hurt? Am I sad? Sure. But again, I already told you, I already found a new boo today, bitch. I done posted a video of him and everything. We done been chatting. Not for real. But just, hope you're well. Am I trying to get caught up in something? No. I feel like I'm just talking to people. I feel like I'm not dating anybody. Like if I meet you in community, I'll be nice or whatever, but I'm gonna let anybody who tries to talk to me know, like, oh, I'm actually on a 90-day cleanse from dealing with anybody because I just want to make sure that when someone comes into my life, I'm ready. My only fear is like taking that much time away from hoes, and I feel like that's why I'm gonna just like try to do some activities or something. Like try to make sure I prioritize friends and connection, and just remember that like I want to center my life around joy always. And I feel like my friends always bring me joy. They don't bring me no drama. I feel like him saying, here's the thing, did he ever say he saved for a house? No. He said he was trying to buy a house and was actively talking about, oh, I almost, like, he didn't say he almost got this one, but he was like, I was looking at this one, but it sold. I just feel like if you say I was looking at this one, like, I'm just kind of like, if you're looking at a house, like, aren't you trying to buy it? Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know. I've never bought a house. My mom bought a house, but I never was a part of that process with her. So that's why I'm just like, I'm ignorant, obviously, and I don't understand. But the whole time we've been together, he's making it seem like he about to buy a house. He about to do something. And I just feel like at this point, I don't even think that he is trying to get an apartment. Like, I think, like, last time we really checked in, he's like, oh, I'm a part of a couple groups. And like, I just feel like every time we talk, it's nothing concrete. And meanwhile, I'm making posts, I'm talking to people. I mean, here's the thing. Him saying what he said about the house and him keep talking about buying a house, like it's a very fascinating thing, but I think at the same time, I don't think that like he was really thinking about what that looks like to me. And again, maybe he did. Maybe this is some fucking ruse or some shit. Maybe. I don't know. But I told him straight up, I was like, I just don't think I'm ever gonna trust a man. I just feel like even trying to trust you, like I was fighting it, and like you were making it seem like you were a good person or like someone worthy of trust. And I just feel like in retrospect, it's like, damn, like fuck. Again, like I know that I felt good feelings with him, and I don't regret feeling good feelings with anybody. But I do think that like I do need to just like leave people the fuck alone. Cause I really want love so much, and I keep forgetting that like I have love inside me already. Like it's already in me. I'm already it. I'm already loved, and I already am loved, and I will be loved again, babe. So I feel like instead of just embracing scarcity, I'm just gonna remember like Dane is not the last person that's gonna look at me like he looked at me. Dane is not the last person that's going to, show up for me or show up in some ways for me. Like there's so many people that are gonna want to love me and show up for me. That's what I need to remember. I need to just remember there's more out here for me. And again, if Dane comes back at some point and wants to communicate, I'm gonna talk to him because I don't hate him. I'm hating his behavior, and I'm hoping that he like takes care of himself. But yeah, I think I'm gonna dip out and go get them papers. But yeah, I want to love myself, and I think that loving myself in this situation means just letting Dane know like I can't let you in my heart like that, but you can still eat my booty, and buy these groceries. Like, there's a lot of things that he can still keep doing, but I think like him sleeping over my house all the time, lol. That's silly. I mean, I'm not about to have a house for him to sleep over anymore anyways, but it's just very much like, wow, like, you know, I just I didn't see him moving this way, but I'm glad he did because now he is free to go be an emo boy on Facebook, and I really hope that he enjoys himself because really he was fun as fuck to chill with. Like, I'm not even gonna play him. Like, he was funny as hell. We always had big laughs. It was good times. It's been good times. It's definitely been good times. But yeah, no, like I just feel like there's no more need. I feel like for me to even like worry about it, cause I feel like today just reminded me that like I'm already doing different shit. Like as much as like I may want to hold on to the past, like I'm clearly like trusting myself more. I'm clearly putting myself in better situations, better environments. I literally work in a place that is focused on health. I literally work in a place where I can pick up information and make new connections with people who are also focused on health. Like I just don't think that I'm where I think I am. Like I feel like it's still hard for me to adjust my vision to like see myself because I think that there's a part of me that still wants to see myself as I was. And I think that's why Dane felt so good because I was like, ooh, I know what that's like to be loved a little bit. I know what that's like to be given just enough, you know? And I think that that's why I was loving it so much because it was so fucking familiar. Like somebody caring about you just enough, but there was still a limit. Um, why though? Um, you've made a couple comments in the chat, and I'm just wondering if you've ever bothered to look up who attracts narcissists and love bombers the most. I pray you do some reading. I do, because that's the thing about it is like when people are autistic and neurodivergent, we do not see the same things that other people see. Like when I see another poor person, my first thought is like not to get away from them. My first thought is to be like, hey, what's up? Unfortunately, us poor folk can be ops. Unfortunately, like us folk who are going through shit can be ops. Like nobody knows that. And I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like I'm not about to defend like getting played again. Or even like reducing it to being to like I feel like you know what's also fascinating? I never said love bomb or narcissist this whole time about Dane. I want to put that out there right now. Like this person like saying this, I'm just like fascinated because I'm like, whoa, okay. So in the past when I have named those things, that was somehow a pattern that I'm creating. Again, it's just fascinating how you could be a victim of fucking violence, but motherfuckers will really look at it and be like, oh, energy vampirism is real. Anybody can be an energy vampire. It don't mean that you're a narcissistic person. It just means that you might be employing narcissistic traits. Again, when you're someone who gives love very freely, like I do, narcs come to us. They flock to us. Why though? Again, I'm just not sure what the point of this combo is. Like, are you telling me or are you asking me? Because you asked me a question and then I asked you to go do some reading about what you're saying, and now you're giving me a statement. So if every person I've ever met is a demonic entity, why do you want to talk to me? If I continuously meet demonic entities who are energy vampires, why would you want to put yourself in that situation? I'm just saying. Like let's be candid. If I'm if I'm the problem, why is you here though? That's where I gotta ask you. If I'm the common denominator, why are you here? Like, what will be the point of you being here unless we are brothers? Are we brothers in this story? Are you seeing behavior in me that you see in you? What's the point of bringing this up? I'm just wondering. Again, I don't feel no type of way. I'm just really wondering. I'm genuinely just wondering. I'm genuinely just wondering. Again. Here's the thing. I'm not about to fight with nobody about how they're perceiving me because I like my friends literally call me an angel and I have to laugh because it's like I'm not an angel. I've just been through a lot of hell. I'm not about to give it to everybody else. And I think like I think some people can't fathom that. Like, some people can't fathom that pain didn't transform you into a weapon. Like, I think some people really can't grasp that. It sucks. Because I've been there. Like, I've been there where I'm like, if the earth gonna be rough with me, I'm gonna be rough with the earth. It wasn't the earth. It was other people's fucking colonized ass behavior. And so I have a little bit more empathy for people that maybe I should. But I like how I am. I do. I really don't think there's anything wrong with how I am. I do think discernment is hard when people are manipulating you. And unfortunately, I think that I'm easily manipulated because I'm poor. And I also don't be knowing all the scams. But again, I'm just gonna say, like, period, point blank, like, I'm not an angel. I'm not like a super exceptionally good person. I don't have like so much empathy. I think it's more that I have literally been through so much crazy shit that I have no desire to ever make anyone experience what I've experienced before. And again, some people will not understand what that's like, and I'm so glad that you have not seen like the bottom of the fucking shithole and thought I'm a mirror of that. Like, I'm grateful. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to just remember, like, there are people that have been watching me for a long time and they're like, oh, how come bad things happen to you? Do y'all not hear the good stuff? I have so many good memories. I have so many good things that I've shared with y'all, but unfortunately, people only hold on to the sadness and the trauma and the pain, which is unfortunate because I feel like there's been so much life in between. But I know some people don't think so, and I really hate that, like, me being candid about pain makes people come back and be like, try to haunt me. Like, I feel like that's the thing that be blowing me. It's like people be employing narcissistic behavior, trying to call out people for being narcissists. It be blowing me. It's like y'all don't be seeing that shit because it's like as soon as you say that you're seeing narcissistic trait behavior, it's like okay, like that is a valid thought. But once you're trying to make it seem like because someone has endured narcissistic attack, that like what? I don't know. Word. You know what, Catmull, you're not wrong. What I'm trying to offer is I think that some people come for me and drag me because I think that they think I'm getting a good edit or like I'm like being too I'm too elevated now. Like I really do get that vibe that like ever since I've been shifting my behavior, I've had a lot of people like antagonize me and like try to get me out of character in a way that they never did before. Like people have been bullying me in the past for sure. I've definitely been bullied before just because I'm a fat bitch and because like people like they know I'm poor. So like being fat, being poor, people are bullying. But now it's a different tone. The tone is very different. The tone is very much like, and like honestly, I'm not gonna drag everybody, but like some of y'all have really have like backhanded comments that feel like y'all have been waiting a long time to tell me about myself, and it's just like you could just write a letter. You could just write a letter. You could write a comment somewhere, but I just don't get the point of watching someone live that you don't like. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. Like I remember not liking Trisha Paytas. I never watched no live video of the bitch. Oh, well, I'll read the comments where people was dragging her, look at the pictures and the posts. But I'm not going to her fucking live. What the fuck? Like I'm sorry. There's just something unhinged about that for me. Like it's valid to not like a bitch. It's valid to talk about people on Lipstick Alley. Enjoy. But it's a different level of like I'm not okay. When you think it makes sense to be sitting up here antagonizing me based on years of a bitch information that you know because you've been watching a bitch for years. Again, I don't think some of y'all will hold it, but we're not friends. Like, and I know that that might sound harsh, but we're not. And I feel like the parasocial connection we have can really make people think that they can say anything and do anything. And unfortunately, I've not always had a lot of self-respect. So there have been times where people have said stuff and I really didn't give a fuck to say anything about it. Not necessarily because it wasn't wrong, but because I did not have the conflict resolution skills to even engage you. But at this point in career, I'm ready. And I just want people to know like I don't have to defend myself with ugliness. But sometimes people have popped out and said some stuff and I've just been kind of like that is so fascinating because if we was one on one you wouldn't say this shit, but the audience makes it different and I feel like that's why me even responding in certain ways makes it different. So I'm trying my best to just be mindful about what I even give life to because some people really do pop out and I'm like, file that shit away. File that shit away because if it comes up again, I'm going to acknowledge it then. But I'm not trying to pop off on the first one, but I just don't get it. Like, if you really don't like me, leave me alone, please. Please. Right. I wish I was a food stamp queen too. My God. Like, that's one thing I'm sad about. Damn, Dane's mom gave us them food stamps. My God. I thought that was a dowry, bitch. I thought it was a millennial dowry. I thought it was her blessing. I thought she was trying to let me know I was about to be her daughter. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. Again, I'm not even trying to make it seem like I'm a fighter. Or I want to fight y'all. It's nothing of the sort. It's just like sometimes people say things to me that I think like I think like some people don't think that I'm thinking about my behavior, which is frustrating because I'm a Capricorn bitch. Trust me. Even if you don't think that I'm making sense in my moves, that's fine. I gotta make sense to me. That's it. And so from where I'm sitting at this point, I know that it's easy to like, pick apart the things I say, especially when I be doing silly ass shit. But I want to offer that I share abundantly, not just because like I fucking just want to, but because again, some of this shit is like not isolated. All of this shit is connected in some way to either childhood trauma, low self worth from childhood trauma, lack of support system, overabundance of seemingly a internet support system, seemingly, but really, when you look at it, like the internet can be like so fucking powerful, but like in a way that when you're young, you don't really think about like how exposed you are. And so like the older I get, the more I'm like, oh damn, like why is this person talking to me like this? And it's because they think we have a relationship after them watching me for however many years. And it's like, whoa. And it's like it's not both ways. Like when y'all talk to me, I don't have the years of watching y'all behind it. I don't know what y'all be doing. So it's one of those things where it's like when some people be talking about my behavior, I be like, not too much on me. Cause I don't be watching y'all. I do not be watching y'all. I don't be seeing what y'all are up to. And I would never judge y'all because I can't. So there's just moments where I'm just like, I don't think people really think about the privilege they get to be able to watch someone and just about their behavior without anyone ever saying anything about what you're doing. And again, if we was really friends, I'd be able to say something back to you. Like I'd be able to be like, what about Ernesto? Yeah. The one that work at the bodega where the cat sleep on the bread, then we could laugh together, we would have a moment. But when y'all be knowing my tea, I don't know y'all tea, it'd be kind of like, oh my God. It's like, I told y'all that shit in confidence. But did I? I'm a fucking parasocial person. I'm crying. ASMR, I love you so much, bitch. Listen, I feel like I know that I have a hate thread, and honestly, I started thinking about how I actually want my hate thread to like really just get into me more. Cause I just feel like, look, I feel like my hate thread probably don't like me for several reasons that are valid. But what I'll say is this: I don't be reading that shit. I fucked around and read it one time, and I was dying laughing because one of the comments was like, "This bitch be telling the story all long and shit, and it's on purpose. She's trying to get engagement." And I'm like, "Sweetie, I have ADHD like bad as hell, like, and I be smoking weed." But this bitch really said that I had a strategy. I was crying. I was like, yo, bitches be really thinking. I be overthinking this shit. Not at all. I literally come up here and just be kicking it with y'all. Yes. Yes. Here's my thing. I know that my autism also probably is why I be talking how I talk because it's wild to me that like we can't just talk to each other. It's wild as fuck to me that we can't just communicate with each other. It's a wild concept that I have because I'm just like the birds be talking to each other. The other the species be getting it with communication. Clearly they on the same accord. But we really can't get right. And it's really unfortunate. And again, I'm hoping that by being candid, like someone can just hear the musings of a wild bitch and just be like, yeah, yeah, that sounds like my friend Rachel. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of us out here just, we weren't socialized by, people that were healthy. We never knew how to be healthy. And we unfortunately have the privilege of beauty privilege, which I'm really sitting with how like when people think you're attractive, like I know this isn't groundbreaking. I know I'm not saying nothing new, but like when people are attractive, like or when people are attracted to you, they'll really let you say anything. They'll really let you do anything. And I'm not trying to say let, because I feel like let is a fake word. I feel like when people say let, I just feel like that word is problematic, but I just feel like, not even I feel, just as I dive into like content where people are creating and talking about ugliness and being perceived as ugly, I appreciate that. Yes. Oh my God. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, Courtneyco. Because I love the idea of it being like a FaceTime with a homie. Because it's very much like an intimate setting, but I wasn't always into this. Like I genuinely was trying to keep the, keep it funny, keep it silly, not talk about my shit. Because again, I just didn't want anyone to know how down bad I was, like how fucked up I was, like, and now I'm just kind of like, I am really fucked up, but I'm also like, I'm other things too. Like I'm other things too. I'm not just only fucked up. And so just even calling myself fucked up hurt my feelings because it's like I'm not fucked up. Like I'm traumatized and I'm just trying to do better and not be an asshole. And I don't think I'm doing the best all the time, but I don't know. I feel like I know I'm gonna come back when I smoke finally. Thank God. Bitch, I can't wait to smoke weed with y'all. Like I've been smoking roaches this whole time. It has not hit. But yeah, no, I'm gonna roll like the fattest spliffy and come back. And I feel like when I come back, my plan is to just talk about. I don't know. I want to manifest honestly. Like I want to actually like shuffle my cards because I've been leaving them alone. And I was supposed to go do tarot on Monday, but I didn't, and I'm sad about it because I wanted to go read tarot for people on the street on Monday just to kind of start something, and I ended up not doing that at all because I had to work. But now I'm like, fuck, I want to do like just like an hour of just some card pulls. I'm gonna start with myself though. You feel me? I'm gonna pour into my own cup first before I pour to y'all. But I feel like my intention is just to get my vanilla Coke, my caramello, my spliffy, roll it up, and I don't know what time it is at this point. Damn, it's 11. That's crazy. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna come back only for an hour. I'm literally gonna set a timer on my phone because I can't play with this job, bitch. I really want to keep it, and I feel like the way that these white people are acting towards me, I'm getting a vibe like they want to really keep my ass up over there and not play with me, and make sure I get all the money. And also, I need to text my boss so I can get my coffee in the morning. But yeah, no, I'm really just trying to shift. I'm trying to shift and do the thing that makes the most sense. And I think the universe is like, are you gonna hold on to this man to your detriment? Like you like this motherfucker being around. That's not enough to keep somebody around, and that sucks. Ugh. Like just the standards I used to have. And that's what's so funny. Cause like when we first started dealing with each other, I even said, I don't know if I really like them or if I like that they like me. And it's just been so long since someone has like liked me hardcore, it seemed. But now I'm like, I don't know, bitch. I hate that wound. That wound of wanting someone to pour into you and just feeling empty. And the wildest part is I don't feel empty right now. I feel a little worried just about like what's gonna happen when I see him again. But damn, you know what? He probably gonna move his shit out. Actually, do he? Because it's like I gotta be to work by fucking. LOL. I don't know, bitch. I feel like I could really come home and like all his shit will be gone. But I don't know, cause he doesn't have a key anymore. But still, like he could totally get off work and come here and be like, I'm gonna take my stuff, and I will let him take it. I'm not gonna fucking be weird, but I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. I love y'all so much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I fucking hate talking about men. I really do. Cause one thing that I'm also realizing is like, bitch, all of our time, all of our energy, all of our brain storage and shit. Ew. Ew. Ew, for real. Like it's just there's something so gross about it. It's like, bitch, a man tried to kill me. Like I'm sorry. Like I'll never stop saying that shit. Like a man tried to literally kill me at the end of the June, And how could you come into my life and like not like be honest with me about what's next? Like, it's just like, but I have to just remember like what somebody else wouldn't do or would do has nothing to do with me. Like what I would do, what I think is right, it don't matter. Like if these I just remind myself I have to figure out how people fight when we first start before we even get close. I need to learn how you fight and I need to learn how you love, how you fight and how you love and how you think. Because I just think if he and then again he probably wouldn't even been able to tell me. That's the thing. It's like some questions you can ask, but can they really share? And that's the thing though. I don't think that he's leaving me. I feel like we didn't even break up. We haven't been together. We've been courting for 2 months. And I'm like, sweetie, where are we about to live? And his energy is like, I'm gonna get a hotel on Friday. And I'm like, okay, that's not making sense to me. Again, I just feel like he doesn't know how to be a partner yet. And I feel like that's the issue. Is like I'm trying to be a partner with him and he don't know how. And instead of like going to look it up, asking for help, where he is. So I just have to trust that he knows better about what he wants for his future than me. I can't want a better future for him than he wants, you know? And honestly, at this moment, I'm like, yo, there's probably so much great stuff out there for me. There's probably so many more connections out there. Like that's where I'm at. I'm like, man, I wonder what's coming in. And if y'all have been following me for a little bit, you already know my favorite tarot card reader at this moment is Queen Amun Ra. Queen QueenAmunRa. This lady is Chef's Kiss. She does so many great videos. Exactly, Ren. Exactly. Like the whole time we've been together, he's talking about wanting to make more music. He's been at my house for 2 months. He has his laptop. He hasn't created anything. And I'm not saying he needs to create. I'm not saying that. But it's like, again, I don't think that he's going to be happy with me. I think that he's going to be mad with me. I think he's going to be jealous and sad and anxious because I think he's going to always be asked by me, "What are you up to?" I want to know. I'm that kind of partner. Like I want to support you. Like I'm a supportive partner. Like if you tell me that you like this or that, I'm going to try to uplift it. But yeah, no. Yikes. I just got a text from homie and I think he might be here. I'm still gonna make him get me some papers. If I don't come back tonight, just know that I'm safe. I would never let myself get got. I'm going to lock the door with a chain. Don't worry. Promise. But I am going to probably come back tonight and go get some papers. But I will, if I don't come back tonight, just know I'm still safe. If I do come back tonight, I'll be confirming that I'm safe. But I don't want anyone to worry about me. I don't think that Dane is a violent man. I just think that he is, you know, avoidant and I'm anxious. And so we're gonna keep on not having the, you know, we just don't have the tools and that's okay. But I hope no one's scared for me. I know that this can be seemingly like a scary thing. I feel like for me, my fear is just like having to communicate with him and not be hurt again. I feel like that's really my issue at this point is like, oh, wasting my breath again? That's it. Like he's never yelled at me. He's never gotten aggressive. Like if anything, as soon as I tell him to leave, he packs up and goes, which triggers me again. But I feel like it would be worse if he like didn't leave. If he like was like, no, I have to stay. And so I think he's tried to be as respectful as possible through conflict. But I think in the end, you know, I think I think I'm like where I started, right? Like I was here by myself before him. Um, yeah. I don't know, y'all. I'm happy he texted me back. I'm happy to know he's not dead, but I'm sorry about this live. Genuinely. Like, I'm genuinely sorry because I feel like in retrospect, I'm like, this shit probably seems so crazy. And I hate how, like, we have to hold like, ourselves accountable for talking about a man being shitty and, like, people maybe being triggered by the situation. But I feel like, again, like, I didn't know this shit was gonna happen. I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know how I was gonna feel. I just wanted to be candid about having an argument with somebody or falling out with him in a particular way. Cause I'm not like, I don't know. Like, I'm not like, you harmed me. Like, I feel like usually like my anger is like, how dare you? And now I'm just like, poor dad. You know? Still had fun memories though. Still got my butt ate. So, I don't know. Silver linings.